The system says I'm live. I'm going to wait to see on the YouTube side of it that it actually is live. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so should take a moment. Any second now. Any second now, maybe. There it goes. I see a commercial popping up now for Daz 3D. And let me mute that because I don't want to listen to the ads. All right. So, good evening, everybody. This is Michael, the anti-checker. Today, I don't have an apron to wear like Matthew does so eloquently. So instead, I'm dressed as the manager of the bar, and so that's going to be just my role tonight. Now, I want to lay down a couple of ground rules for tonight's live stream because it's not just one of my typical live streams. Number one, please do not expect to me to keep up with the chat because I'm not reading the chat tonight. This is going to be just like Matthew's virtual pub. If somebody super chats, we'll definitely read it. But other than that, we're the chat is I will try to read it every now and then when the conversation there's a lull. But other than that, we're going to be talking to people, not postings. And second of all, we're not talking about coronavirus tonight. We are not talking about the fact that the city of Portland, Oregon is on fire. We're here to have a good time and talk about whatever's on our minds that's fun. And Darren thinks I look like the manager of a titty bar. Wow. Just wow, Darren. You jerk. All right, so I am going to post the official. Oh, actually, hold on just a minute. I forgot. I do have a VIP that I need to put in first. If I can, Skype not running. Let's go to Skype. Where are you hiding, Skype? Just a minute. I knew I would forget to do something, and I did. All right, and so go in there and go there because there's a certain. There we go. All right, so to the VIP, there's a couple of VIPs out there that I did send the link to directly. We'll see if they get it. If they don't, well, that's on them. And I apologize for the sniffles, but not much I can do about that. Um, and so, and there's Life with Matthews in the chat. Good to see you, Matthew. Says that's a fine looking background. Thank you, sir. I might steal it from you. Hopefully, I'll be back around 9, but I got to run. All right, my friend. So, yeah, you can come back towards the end of the stream and see how we're doing. And I see one of our VIPs did, in fact, get the link. The others, not yet. And, oh, yeah, let me, just in case, I'm going to send it to Matthew, too, in case he frees up later. So we shall welcome the first guest of the official Matthews Bar minus Matthew, Darren.
Oh dear.
How you doing, my friend?
Doing good. Hey, I've seen a lot of managers of those kind of bars, and they all, well, back in the '90s, they all look pretty dashing.
Well, I wouldn't call myself dashing, but thank you, my friend. So I am trying something. I've never had this before. This is brewed in Oregon. Funny because I mentioned Portland on Fire earlier. This is Rogue Chocolate Stout. I have no idea what this tastes like. It's probably horrible, but we'll find out. And still waiting to see if any of the other VIPs decide to accept the invitation. If not, then we'll just open it up to whoever wants to come on. So what's on your mind tonight, my friend? Wow, that really does look like chocolate. Look at that.
I am trying something myself here
What's
tonight.
that? You should turn on your camera. Let's see it.
Well, it's a bad hair day.
All right.
But no, I'm maybe I can do a screen share kind of dealio here. I am trying something for the first time.
Yeah.
It is called. Yeah, there we go. I want to show you, but entire screen. There we go.
And Bird O'Prey has joined us as well. Good to see Bird. Let's fix that. There we go.
I got it up. I guess it's waiting for your approval.
Oh, I see it. Let me click that up. So,
I'm
Angry
drinking.
Orchard, huh?
Yes, as you can see, it's got a picture of Anti-Trekker on the can.
Yes, it does. I see
And
that.
and I have not tried it yet. So it is gluten-free according to the can. I don't care about that, but that's what else I can say about it. All right, go ahead and end this.
Okay, let me
Stop screen. There we go.
Okay, it's off there now.
All right.
All right, so a couple of super chats already. And hey, Joe, good to see you, my friend.
Hello, world.
And I need to. I apologize. I know you probably can't hear anything, but the disembodied voice is reading stuff. I need to turn her off here in a moment. But it looks like I donated $1, so that was very nice of me. And I said, I look so much better than Matthew. I'm taking over pub life. Also, I'm going to ignore everyone. I love Momo more than Mrs. Anti-Trekker.
Wow.
I don't think that was actually from me. I get a feeling that was probably fake. And then Dean Rogers puts in £4.99. Thank you so much, Dean. And I forgot to say, Dean, I raise a glass to you, my friend. Thank you for your support, and I truly appreciate you just hanging out with us. And it says, you look amazing, the background is amazing, and cheers. Cheers, my friend. So what are you up to tonight, Bird?
And did you get some sun today?
Are you talking to me?
No,
Yes.
we're talking to the other
There's
Bird
no one
in
else
the-
here
Yeah.
except Aaron.
And Watchtower Radio also throws in $1. Thank you, Watchtower, or a pound, I should say.
No, I didn't get any sun today.
Why not?
Why would I get sun?
You go out for a run.
The only thing out there is viruses.
That's true. No, we don't need. There's a lot of that going around. And let's see. I got to get in here and turn off the.
There we go.
Alert box. Hey, there, Darren. Yeah, we talking about bad hair day. You look great.
Well, I haven't had a shower in about 8 hours.
Oh my God, 8 hours without a shower?
Yeah.
You shower every 8 hours?
Try to. Yeah.
Really?
The Sonderman rate is it's abbreviated as ST, and then there's a joke that means shower tech because the sonar operator always takes a lot of showers, more than they really need to. So it's kind of a joke. But I do try to take 2 a day. I'm not Japanese or anything, but I do try to take 2 a day.
Wow. And hold on. Nobody can hear you guys right now because I'm trying to turn off. All right. Bear with me. And yes, we know. Alexander says the Asian Muslim wife born in the USSR is the best choice. Okay, let me go. There we go. Donations and open text to speech and disable for right now. And we'll make the sound volume 0. Save settings. All right, so that one's done. And then where's the next one? Super chats. And disable text to speech and volume 0. So there we go. So now they should be disabled so the conversation doesn't have to get interrupted, but I'll still read any super chats that come in, of course. So sorry about that, guys. It's not.
I see your text, Thomas.
Oh, what Thomas say?
He's getting ads at the beginning of my streams, even though I have those pre-roll ads off.
At the beginning of your streams?
Yeah.
And you turned it off, but it's still happening?
Yeah, it's only supposed to be the ads the overlay ads and the ads in the corner of the page, not the ads that play before the videos.
Ones.
What?
The less intrusive ones.
Right, the less
You're trying to be
intrusive
nice.
one. There's really no reason to have those other ads because, I mean, we're going to make 25 cents.
Yeah.
It's
By the
not
way,
worth it.
I gotta say, this Rogue Chocolate Stout, not horrible, but does
Not
not
horrible.
taste. Well, I mean, I'm not a big beer drinker. I got
Right.
But,
Right.
So it's not horrible, but it does not taste at all like chocolate, but it does look like chocolate.
Even though I plugged a new Glarus a little bit earlier this year, I'm not really much of a beer drinker either. But when I do have a beer, I usually try to do one that's special. And New Glarus is fairly special. This Angry Orchard cider is also not my thing either, but it was what I had.
So, so let me get caught up with some super chats here, because after I donated $1 and Watchtower donated $1. Actually, let's see. Oh, I donated. No, wait, no, that was Bird. Yeah. Then Dean said I looked amazing. I donated $1. Watchtower. Okay. Alexander put in $2 and says the Asian Muslim wife born in the USSR is the best choice. I don't think there's any controversy about that. Life with Matthew donated $1, and Life with Matthew says, I see those GD Wiccans. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take care of them. Bird of Prey looks so sexy. My fluffy bottom. All right, how you feeling about that, Bird? Your boyfriend's.
I don't think that's the real Life with Matthew.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I think it's Mrs. Anti-Tracker.
No,
yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't think he'd throw a GD in there, even if it was abbreviated.
What? Gosh darn.
It's still, you know what it's supposed to stand in for,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And Dean put in £1.99, said, Ed, so I found the slider. Good job, Dean. Okay, so we can all applaud Dean, but you put the slider the wrong way. You're not supposed to go down. You're supposed to move it up, like, towards that 500 limit. No, I'm kidding, of course. Not really, but kidding, but not. All right, so, Joe, what are you up to? You're muted.
Taking vitamin.
At first, I thought you were sleeping, and then I realized you were just muting.
Taking that delicious gummy vitamin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, one a day.
How
many have you had so far today?
One a day, serving size 2.
Okay,
Is that what it actually says?
Yeah, it does. The serving size 2.
One a day. The product is literally called one a day, and a serving size is 2 gummies. So shouldn't it be called 2 a day?
Not probably, but
Yes.
they're delicious. They're basically like candy.
All right, so I am going to put the address for the if you want to join us up here with Bird and Darren. And, of course, Darren, you do bear an uncanny resemblance to Dr. Demento.
You keep saying that, and I've never even seen a picture of the guy. And
Look him up. You got Google?
I probably do, yeah.
You probably
A little
do.
Charles Darwin in there.
Everybody, I've heard of Dr. Demento, but none of the local affiliates back when I was, when he was around in the 80s had him. So you'd hear his name, and it's like Wolfman Jack, okay? Wolfman Jack was a DJ from
Right.
California, and we all heard of Wolfman Jack, but we never heard any of his shows. So he's one of those kind of guys.
I remember Wolfman Jack on the airwaves. Yeah, it was Wolfman Jack. He was crazy. And Alex, speaking of crazy, Alexander is here. Hey, Alexander.
Hey! I am
Hello, Alexander.
Now remember, Alexander, you got to follow the rules around here, or the bouncer will kick you out. So we're not
I
talking about crazy.
follow all the rules. I'm a rules man. I follow all the rules.
I'm hearing an echo from someone, but I think it was.
It's not for me.
Yeah, I think it is you, Alexander.
No.
And so, by the way, Alexander put in another $2. Thank you. Says we all want to see MCU Aunt May naked right now.
Can I ask you something, Alexander? Have you ever heard of a movie called The Wrestler?
Yes, I know the wrestler, but this is not. This is the same actress, but this is not MCU Aunt May.
But you could imagine that this is her like a couple of months before the first Spider-Man movie, right? I mean, this other life she was leading, and she was doing all this stuff. I mean, doesn't that satisfy you? I mean, that's as close as you're ever going to get.
No.
Okay,
That's
right.
not enough for.
Gotcha.
And Fortian also put in $2 and says there's an amazing stout made in Cornwall. I don't doubt you, but I'm not. It's funny because I'm not a beer snob at all, and so I don't really care about beer whatsoever. And let's see. And look, Positive Candor is here. How you doing, my friend?
Okay.
Sounds very positive.
Few words. You gotta come on.
Every time I see Kandor, I think of the bottled city of Kandor from the old Superman comics.
I think of actually the Romulan nuns now when I see that, because remember they all had the absolute candor as their way of life. And Fortean Barber. Now, this is the only guy that I know that could possibly give Dr. Alex a run for his money as far as most awesome voice on YouTube. Welcome, Fortean. How you doing?
All right. Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you. How are you? I love the soup, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Doing my very best. And of course, we now have Fortean with the most incredibly nice voice, and we have Berta Prey as well.
Boy, I sound just like 14 now, don't I?
Yeah.
You know, not every
No, you have a Krogan accent.
Yeah, not every nationality outside of the United States says "oi."
Yo,
Well, a lot of them do.
they are also the real fan. The real fan is there.
And Thomas Potts, you don't suck, my friend. Welcome.
Oh, Thomas Potts!
Your
Thomas
volume
Potts.
is very low, Anti-Trucker.
How
Yeah,
are
that's
you doing,
his
Thomas?
microphone. Nothing's gonna fix that.
That
Well,
real
fine.
that real expensive microphone he bought. Yeah.
What's that?
Until he gets a real USB mic, he's gonna have that problem.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
volume is very low.
My volume's low. Oh man. Let's see.
Thomas,
See,
Bring it
most,
up.
most people
As
don't
opposed
tell
to a
him.
fake USB mic.
Thomas
I know. I hate that. I gotta you see, if I talk like this, it's probably pretty good.
Right.
But then I feel weird because I have a microphone on my lips.
Yeah.
And but Stefan also puts in $5. Thank you, Stefan, and says hello to everyone. So everyone say hi to Stefan.
Kapla, Stefan.
Hello,
The
Stefan.
real fan says hello. The real fan.
Ah, crap. I'm in poo spot.
Yes, you're in the poo spot. You moved Darren out of the poo spot.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's the way he rolls.
Look, I saw
I
you
didn't even
playing out
notice it.
earlier.
Didn't even notice it until it was on Bird's screen.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, it was on your screen a moment
Bird,
ago.
watch out. You might grow into the poop.
So, do you have another vacuum for the poopoja?
No, there's no such thing as a poop loja machine.
Well,
Oh man.
you should probably make
Oh.
one. You can probably make a fortune. I'm just saying.
Convert a space shower. Right? I remember hearing about this years ago. So you've got like a shower that you maybe use it twice a day, like every 8 hours roughly. But it has this tube, right? And this tube allows you to pass solids into the sewerage system, shall we say. Like, just convert one of them.
There you go.
That's a space
Yeah.
shower.
Yep. I like to think of it a hot snake shower, but it's probably. I'm sure it's called a space shower.
What do you think about in Star Trek 4 the shower gag about you take all the ions?
Wait, what?
What?
Star Trek 4.
You want to
What?
take a shower in Star Trek 4?
I don't remember a shower.
Yeah, I don't remember a shower scene.
Bird's been drinking early today.
I mean, they all got wet at the end when they were swimming in the pool with the whale, but other than that,
Who-
Girl, the scientists from the 20th centuries,
yeah.
when she
Oh.
goes to the Enterprise, she arrives to take her shower, but there are no water, and she doesn't understand.
Was that a deleted scene or something?
No.
The Enterprise wasn't in Star Trek 4.
And she
Yeah.
arrives
At the end.
to a shower, and
It was Yorktown, wasn't it?
there are no water, and the guy and there are someone else in the shower say, "Hey, you take all the stuff like it. This is something else that ions or something."
I think you saw some different Star Trek 4 movie than we
Yeah.
Yeah.
did. Was this one that they had in the Soviet Union while you were there or something?
I'm sure I saw that.
By the way,
First
Dean
on an
Rogers.
adult website.
Dean Rogers puts in a couple more pounds. Says, "I named my daughter Hope, the most positive name." Well, I don't think Joe would
It's a
beat
nice
it out.
name. It's a nice name. Don't get me wrong, but when people say, hope is not a strategy.
The real fans agree.
What about
Just because
Victoria?
hope may not be a strategy, but it's a positive term. What
Positive, but I don't know about
Doesn't
the
put
most.
dinner on the
positive.
table though.
trying to find the best place for the microphone, because it's like
Right in
my
front of your
face.
face.
There you go.
that's
Okay,
very-
so here we go. Now
Yeah.
I look like that dude from Patterns of Force. You know, the John Gill.
I don't know.
Remember, everybody.
Kind
Hey.
of look like Rush Limbaugh, if you ask me.
I don't look anything like Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
I mean, and I wish I had the golden EIB microphone, then I could sell it, because if it's really made of gold, it's worth a fortune.
I doubt it's made of gold. He had that
No.
long before he got rich.
Yeah, it's gold plated. It's not.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. But Rambling Canucks in here.
Yes.
Still.
Welcome,
Rambling.
Rambling Canuck.
And with a fancy
evening.
new avatar.
Yeah,
He's
look
got
at that.
Yeah.
Me.
Hey.
That's
He's
the
got
Winnipeg Jets NHL team.
That's pretty
Oh.
good.
Yeah,
I
it's
was gonna-
hockey season.
I was gonna.
Oh, I thought that was like the emblem of the Canadian Air Force and their three
That's what I
planes.
thought.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna say.
based off of the Canadian Air Force. Yes.
They have one.
Yeah, there's like 3 planes, I think.
No.
And how many
Or you-
kites?
Oh, a
They
bunch of
don't.
kites.
No, we sold those.
You sold the
Okay.
kites
Yeah.
so you could pay for a gallon of gas for your 3 jets.
We don't go in gallons. We go
not
in
a-
liters.
They have their submarines have bars on them. Though.
Milliliters.
I find that out.
Can we go one episode without insulting somebody's home country?
And our APCs have fully functional Tim Hortons.
Well, that's good.
We can.
And Bird, coming from the guy, let's hear a little Canuck O'Prey while you say talking about insulting people's nationality.
That's not an insult.
And it's not really
It's what?
Anti-Tricker's not really insulting Canada. He's just uninformed. There's a difference.
How many? I'm curious. How big is the Canadian
no.
Air Force?
Keep telling the truth.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Didn't you ever hear that?
That's not imitation.
Canada-
What you do
Canada's
is
to be flattered.
We need, we need to have the Barbie movie review.
Oh,
Would I name my daughter Charity?
Do you know
because
what? I
that's
actually-
a strategy. No.
I actually have
I'd
been in
name
the
her
Canadian Air
Picard
Force
maneuver.
once.
you. What was that, 14?
I said I've actually seen the Canadian Air Force once, right? No
Oh.
jokes. Deadly serious.
Mhm.
They actually brought over some F4 Phantoms, I think, like 20 years ago, and I'm pretty certain that was the Canadian Air Force. It was only like 5 of them or something.
No. Good try, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they traded in their 5 F4s for 1 F-16.
No, we go F-18, not 16.
Oh, sorry, F-18. Sorry. The Canadian Air Force is like 30 guys and 1 F-18.
and one F1 one F-104 Starfighter
Yeah. Just for
looks.
Yeah.
For looks, yeah.
Cade MacArthur
Shiggles.
asked if Sebek and Tarok would do well in Karoga.
Yeah. You know about Sebek and Tarak, right?
I have literally have no idea. Not only do I have no
you
idea,
watch my
Nobody
streams?
does. Nobody does.
Yeah. You watch my live streams, right, Bird?
most of them.
Yeah, so lately, Cade has been coming on and telling us the exploits of Sebek and Tarak on my live streams. And apparently, Sebek is a male Vulcan, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cade, but Sebek, I believe, is a male Vulcan, and Tarak is a female Romulan who has an insane level of a flatulence problem. And
No, they would not do well in Karoga. They more sound like Kurdistanis to me.
well, no, they actually are Karogan.
And no, I mean we've been upgrading the Hercules to the Globemaster 3. So yeah, no. We just don't use it as much as you guys do. That's the difference.
Well, what's the point of having them if you don't use
What?
them?
I think Amazon's doing something weird today. because now if Amazon, if you track them, they'll send you a map and show you where your package is when it's being delivered by Amazon themselves, and so it says that it's 7 stops away. And looking at the map, it looks like it is in between Murfreesboro and Nashville right now. And so the package is 7 stops away, and then it says out for delivery, arriving today by 8 a.m.
Well, they're kind of late now.
Yeah. So, but it's actually really it's a nice little USB hub that I ordered because I have no free USBs.
Did Alexander see Momo and he ran away?
I was shocked Alexander wasn't drinking Diet Pepsi.
Why does he drink a lot of Diet
And
Pepsi?
eating kettle trips.
All the time.
Oh, I
He's
didn't even
drinking
see.
2
Hey, guys,
liters
the
of
Pickle Man is here. Sorry for not seeing you, LD.
Welcome, Pickle.
God, can't hold my breath forever. What's going on?
You were
How's it
holding
going?
your breath?
It's like the dunk
Not a
tank
lot,
down
you.
there.
Wow.
What's going on, everybody?
Much. That's an interesting pickle picture. Is that a Jitsi picture?
No, this one right here. No, this is just my regular one.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Why are you moving it?
He's always doing something with his avatar. It's like his-
What can I mess with?
Anti-tracker, small
Railgun.
things
Wait,
that
let me
use
move.
small
Railgun.
lines.
Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. What? Size
Railguns are
matters.
never going to be used.
Size matters. There you go, baby.
So
There you go. How you like
all right.
that?
So LD, what is
Yes, sir.
your thing of? Okay, you were trying to say something about the inverse square law and railguns. I don't remember bringing up
yes.
the inverse square law. So you straighten me out here. I don't remember bringing it up.
Actually, Matthew's the one who brought it up. Just everybody else agreed. I couldn't say anything because I know the inverse square law. I just didn't know it. So I brushed up on it. And basically he used that to say that the inverse square law is the reason why a death ray would be less effective. The fact that it would dissipate energy over time and it wouldn't be a constant stream, which in fact that is actually not correct. The inverse square law only. And that's when when you're figuring out how much energy is emitted from a source, and you calculate how much energy reaches its destination, right? Only matters in a sphere, energy emitted in a spherical or curved space environment. It does not apply to any forms of emitted radiation or emitted forms of waves that are focused in a single line.
Okay, but now here's the problem. And that's fine. I'll take your word for it because I am not a mathematician, and so I'm not an expert on any of this. But my understanding is, and Dr. Alex unfortunately is not here, but he would back me up on this, is that energy does dissipate over distance. Like if you have a laser and you fire at an object that is, say, a mile away, the laser will melt through it, right? But if you're firing at an object that is 1,000,000 miles away, the most they would see is, oh, look, a light.
And I understand that. It all depends how much power you're throwing at it and how focused it is. It's not only how much energy you're putting into it, because remember, we have capacitors. So we can build up a lot of energy.
With Dr. Alex, in order to fire a beam of energy from the distance from the moon to the Earth, which is a couple 100,000 kilometers, you would need a laser aperture larger than anything ever built by man.
Yeah, see, I would like to see the math on that because I did hear you say something like that, but again, I don't think the equation was fully.
You do realize Dr.
Alex
is a cosmologist by trade.
Yes, yeah, I understand that. I'm saying he's wrong. I'm saying maybe he was thinking about the wrong particular thing. And you keep saying the word laser, and laser isn't what we'd be shooting. That's what really gets me right now.
Well, actually, no. He was talking about radiation versus plasma. He was talking about the difference between a directed energy weapon and a plasma-based weapon. And basically, because my supposition was that plasma, even in the real world, similar to Balance of Terror, would have less range than directed energy, which like a phaser.
Okay.
And basically Dr. Alex did the math on it and confirmed that. But he also mentioned that, you know, the ranges in Star Trek are unrealistically long because directed energy would dissipate over a much shorter distance than what they're depicting on Trek.
What, 10 kilometers?
No, in Star Trek, they're using ranges in the
100,000.
hundreds of thousands.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, it meant 10,000. No, usually firing locks in Star Trek was a minimum of what, 10,000 kilometers. That's when they got a lock.
No,
And they could first fire on something.
That's why I use the as an example in the Changeling. Bless you, whoever that was.
I mean, sorry.
In the Changeling, they locked on at 90,000 kilometers.
90,000. Okay, that's pretty far.
Right, and
that's understandable too.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is, there's another factor we're not even thinking of right now. The one thing a laser has that no other weapon you can't do, and this is one thing Star Trek really pissed me off about because it rarely did it. You don't have to shut the damn thing off. Phasers just don't shoot for a half a second. You shoot them until you drain the hell out of it.
Power.
Yeah,
but if you have a perfect shot, do you really stop firing a freaking directed energy weapon if you have a solid shot? You drain your batteries to the core. If you got an awesome shot, you just don't shoot. Huh?
And you burn out the relays, you burn everything out, and then you're vulnerable to attack.
Come on, Bird. I know this. Those damn phasers could be firing for a lot longer than they do. I mean, seriously.
Actually, if you wait, I'll give you this much, LD. On TNG, you're right. Okay, you are 100% right. Anything after the motion picture, because one thing that they did explain, and I thought this was actually good, they explained this is that because in the original series they referred to phaser banks, right? Every ship had phaser banks, and the way that it worked was that a phaser bank was a capacitor that was charged up. When they go to red alert, they would charge up, or yellow alert. They would start charging the phasers, and then those phaser banks could be depleted, such as they said in the Doomsday Machine, where the Constellation's phaser banks were exhausted. And in the meantime, while Scotty was effecting repairs, he got one of the phaser banks recharged. So that's how phasers worked in TOS. In the motion picture, a really interesting line of dialogue was that to increase phaser power, they now run phaser power directly from the warp drive. Right. So now the phasers have virtually unlimited power. So in TNG, the phasers should never have to stop firing. In TOS, however, phaser banks had a limited supply of energy before they had to be recharged.
Agreed, and you made the exact point I was going to make. As soon as they hooked it up, bypass to the warp drive, you can keep those suckers on, and the only thing you have to worry about is blowing out your EPS manifold. Right? Because that's when you overload the connections between the two.
Alexander, I don't want my stream taken down. Please stop showing that.
Oh, Lord.
But
also, if we took a...
I'm sorry. That they had to replace when the phasers that depleted the phasers.
I think that was, what were those, by the way? You're talking about the DS9 episode where there was clapping and everything?
Yeah, the things that
where
didn't
every
throw
time
away.
they retired.
What were those? Those were
replaced.
were, I think that was, damn, I can't think of, I'm gonna have memory out for it.
I'm just saying the power is one thing. The wires, for lack of a better word, that the energy has to go through before
EPS
it gets emitted is another thing. And those could have limits on how much heat and energy they can take before needing to cool down.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. And those limits,
also,
everything has limits. And by the way, just a quick note, I think there was different on the Defiant because remember the Defiant didn't have to, it was burst fire. So I think they had a slightly different.
Well, the Defiant had unique phasers. They had phaser cannons, which were only on that ship.
Yeah.
You just started coming on saying that there's no reason they couldn't keep it continuously going, and now you're saying, well, they had limits. Everything has limits.
Everything has limits, but I'm saying they could have. They always shoot the only time I saw them keep it on is when they were destroying the Borg, when they were alternating the fire. I think it's the longest I've seen them focus or.
And
they
I'll
always
give you,
fire for a second,
and LD makes a legit point, because in TOS, for example, if you look at what is it? Is it the Apple, the one with Vol? But I'm trying to remember if that was the Apple or if that was. It might have been. Anyway, where Vol had to take a sustained phaser attack that lasted for well over a minute. Same thing in Who Mourns for Adonais, where when they destroyed Apollo's temple, a sustained phaser attack that lasted about a minute. And so in TOS, they would just burn the energy and keep the firing going. But on TNG, we never see that.
Well,
I
how
thought it
many
was Adonis, not Ad. What did you say instead
I
of
don't know.
Adonis?
Is it Adonis? Is it Adonais? I thought it was Adonais.
That's Adonis.
Okay, sorry. My
Hey,
bad.
Tricker.
Yes, sir.
Daniel, Hot Topic is asking for a link.
Oh, let me put it back in there. Although I think, is it 9 is the max, or is it 10?
10.
Okay.
One of my favorite lines from TOS of all time was in the Doomsday Machine, where Scotty informed Kirk that he had the foresight to fully charge one of the Constellation's phaser banks. And because Kirk was like, well, if only we had some phasers, and Spock's like, you do. I got one bank fully charged, and Kirk's
Scotty,
like,
you just earned your pay for the week.
for the week. Yeah.
How many times in TNG, or were they actually trying to destroy an alien ship though, and not just disable it? Maybe another reason they didn't keep firing.
You're right. Picard was kind of
Well,
a
I mean,
wuss. But
Can they do the same with the photon torpedoes? Why can't you just continuously fire photon torpedoes?
Well, because photon torpedoes are physical objects that you have to reload.
Right, but we have seen at many points, not many, but a few points, that the Enterprise D could fire 5 torpedoes out at once out the front too, because it would come out as one big glow, and it would separate the 5.
Stupid of me, but
I
they should
like
have had
that.
multiple.
No
tubes.
reason by that time they can't have
or use the,
continuously reloading,
or use the Spock maneuver for the photon torpedoes.
What's the Spock maneuver?
You beam over a bunch of torpedoes like he did in Star Trek Into Darkness, and blow them up that way.
Oh.
No.
I'm not.
That wasn't actually Spock. That was
wannabe Spock.
Hey,
we don't
still
test
point.
poser Spock.
It's not good that the technology of the Gungans is a Greek technology. I think the technology of the Gungans is more sophisticated.
Case in point, because all we need is an example. I'm sorry.
Alexander's talking about the Gungans now.
Nah, Alexander's got the poop now.
Alexander's on the poop is on Alexander.
Okay, so just a quick question for you, Addy Tracker, before I let other people get up here.
Yeah, what's up?
Why do you hate me?
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Why do you think I hate you?
Because this stream is proof of such. For weeks and weeks and weeks, I had been going on at the same time, unfortunately, as the pub.
Uh-huh.
Usually I would start right after the pub.
Right.
So this week I did a whole channel refresh and I changed my stream times to 7:30 so that I would be on from 7:30 till 8:45, and then the pub would kick, and then the minute I do that, you not only go on before I go on, so I'm competing head-to-head with the pub again.
I am sorry, Rambly.
Why do you hate me? What have I done? I'm a Patreon, for God's sake.
Actually, the reason for the early pub time today is because tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I go in for the procedure on my back. And so I don't want to be, I can't be streaming until 3 or 4 in the morning like Matthew does sometimes.
We got your back.
I'm still going on the theory you hate me.
I absolutely.
Yeah, you'll be going that
He
one.
hates all Canadians.
Rambling, let me say this. Your live stream is the only place where I ever seriously sang on YouTube.
Yes.
So I would, if I hated you, I wouldn't have done that.
I know, but
proof you do hate.
I had to bug you. I just had
Wait,
to,
Darren, wait a minute. You say that's proof that I hate it, that I do hate him, but Rambling,
Yeah.
What was your audience's reaction when I sang?
You did well.
Yeah.
And I even have the video evidence to prove it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. You wouldn't think that I could sing. You really wouldn't. I get that
Well,
But you have yet to come back.
I know. I need to sometime, but it's been crazy lately. I apologize.
All right. So next week, do me a favor and have the pub start at 8:45. So I can
well,
have
that's
an
up to
hour,
Matthew. Usually Matthew starts it at
So I can have an
8:45.
hour without having to compete head to head with the pub. Okay.
Well, and actually, I would hope, and I don't know what Matthew's going to do, but I'm hoping to be able to convince him to do the pub maybe even a little bit later, because next week is the beginning of Lower Decks.
Already?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Next week is Lower Decks, and so
Just ignore it.
I'm hoping that if Lower Decks premieres the same time as what was it, Picard did, then I can get nice and liquored up during the pub just in time to watch Lower Decks.
And then
actually make it good.
And then 8 hours later, there'll be a Trek Culture video. 10 great things you obviously missed in the premiere of Lower Decks.
Don't mention Trek Culture.
Sorry.
Worst channel on YouTube.
Yeah, they are ever since all their main guys left for Cultaholic.
Well, Trek Culture came out after all those guys left, so it is entirely on there.
Yeah.
And of course, it's Trek Culture. Sorry, I guess we got an actual, British person here, so I shouldn't try to.
The people they got to replace those people suck. On all,
that was dreadful.
They're just hurting now.
Well, I actually don't think that the. It's gonna sound awful. The black guy on Trek Culture is that bad. He seems like an actual fan, but everybody else.
Nobody else is.
Nobody else is, and he can't do every video.
Have they migrated Simon over to Trek Culture yet? Because Simon's the only one worth a darn in what culture?
I don't think he's on Trek Culture at all.
Okay,
I know that
they will.
Man, they have one guy on there, and he really pissed me off, and I've been angry at the channel ever since because he was like, "Well, I'm not really much of a Star Trek fan."
Oh my god, I think I know who that is.
And it's like, what the hell are you doing on a
voice.
Star Trek channel?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, all right. Take her easy. I'll be listening.
All right, my friend. Have a good one.
You hate me, Anti-Trekker.
I don't hate you, Canuck.
Darth Maul pointed out that the Enterprise E drained its phaser energy against the Scimitar.
That's true, but the Enterprise E was also, and this was another problem. It's like it was firing short bursts. It shouldn't have run out of power, especially since unless the warp core was offline, because that's the only way that phasers post TMP can run out of power.
See, to me, that's just how Picard preferred his phasers fired. Because you look at other ships on TNG era shows that weren't captained by Picard, they didn't fire their phasers that way.
Right, they would fire a steady beam.
Yeah, and it's like, but Picard being the diplomat that he was, he did everything dainty,
Just surrender.
Yeah. So
I do love the fact that the French captain, the first thing he ever does is surrender.
Right, surrender is a ship.
As soon as we can, harness the entire energy of the Earth, well, you could literally have a non-stop firing, energy-directed weapon coming from Earth, aimed wherever you want it to be aimed at.
Yeah, but Star Trek isn't tech at that level.
Look, LDG.
No, I'm talking about us. Forget Star Trek. I'm talking about us.
You don't need
the whole
one.
question, though.
Wait, hold on. One at a time.
You don't need one.
Why? Why don't you need one? You're telling me an asteroid is coming? That would be the perfect thing.
Look, we're going to
just let the asteroid hit us.
All the power coming from the sun. We wouldn't have asteroids coming.
Look, listen.
We have to prepare for the Thargons.
Yeah, you don't need something.
Daniel, come back.
Just fire continuously. You don't need that.
But
what do you need then? What do we need?
Enterprise is the Enterprise B.
Well, just look how powerful the Death Star is.
And Dean throws in a couple of pounds and says, "Can you please ask the panel to say hope?"
Hope.
Hope.
I have hope every day. Hope.
Hope.
There you go. You had a very eclectic hope from the panel of the pub.
I think Alexander dropped the P though.
We all to agree, all of us, the Enterprise B is the best Enterprise because they are the Morosulu.
No.
No.
Yeah, no,
No,
sorry.
obviously not. Anyway,
Oh.
right? You don't need something that has a continuous burst, though. Look at the Death Star. That can melt a planet effectively with one shot. You don't.
If your
need
initial
to have
blast,
something that has continuous fire.
continuous
you don't
fire,
need it, is what I'm saying. That's just
Wait,
irrelevant.
you're not
to say, oh, we
listening.
can
Hey.
have a continuous fire. Why
you
bother?
only need
Well, now you know
continuous
how it
if the
feels.
first burst fails. That's the whole point of continuous. That's like part 2. Oh, what a
Right.
single
In
shot
general.
didn't work.
And the physics
Yes,
of
you
the Death
do.
Star weapon are ridiculous. I mean, there's great,
No,
and
of
I
course
think
they are,
that's
but I'm just using that as an
Yeah.
example.
right. That's basically weapon impossible. That's magic right there.
But in the water, the good
Yeah.
can
And sorry, Arabic. I know I'm too quiet. I don't know what to do. I'm just, that's what I gotta do.
under the water, the good
Why
can
did
yes.
Watching you negotiate that microphone is almost like watching a porno.
I know. You see, I feel really stupid. And I wish I had a way to pump up the volume of the thing. I don't know what to do. You know, it's really annoying because I love this microphone. The quality of the audio is superb, but I can't get the freaking volume to go to where I want it to be.
it's not the volume, it's the pickup of your voice to the microphone is what you're talking about. And that was the first thing I had to fix. I could help you with that.
Well, actually, this microphone is the Shure SMB, and the problem with the Shure SMB5 mic is that it is notorious for that. But it's also one of the cleanest audio you'll ever get. As far as when I'm recording videos and stuff, it's great for that. Unfortunately, for live streams, it sucks eggs. And what I'm thinking about doing is actually just making it so I can switch between this and my other mic, so that when I'm live streaming, I'll use the other mic that actually has a stronger pickup.
That's good. I can help you with that too. But yeah, pickup is both things. Like I said, there are other ways you can get better pickup on, even on that mic you're using.
But it stay that under the water, the Gungans can be beat. They are the best.
Look at
Who's going to have a battle underwater?
Then why did the Gungans leave whenever the Federation came? They should have just stayed under the water then.
Yes, because someone wanted to kill the Gungans will go under the water, but they will win because they are the best.
For those of you who watched me on, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to say, like DJ has a crap mic. DJ's got a. I mean, it's a decent mic, but it's a crap of the decent mics. And
It's a crap
I got on his
of the decent mics.
Yeah, it's a USB. It's got its own dial on the damn mic itself. It's Anyway, I got him sounding better. He was having the same problems. Not only that, but he was having some weird issue with his AC in his background. Now you're not having that problem, but got him sounding much better.
Well, the reason you don't hear background noise is because this mic has such a low pickup.
Do you use voice meter or any other hardware or software?
No, I refuse to use voice meter. It's crap.
Yeah, it is. Tell me about it.
Pluggerville.
Is that Pluggerville? I always thought of Fluggerville. Is it
I would
Pluggerville?
have called you Pflugerville.
Fluggerville.
Whatever.
Fluggerville?
I like Fluger. Hey, Fluger.
Are you more excited
Silent
for
P,
Lower
I thought.
Decks or Season 3 of Discovery?
Yeah, but funny is hunting whales under the water. But
Oh, well, while it's gone quiet. Oh,
Hi, Anti-Checker.
Yes, sir.
Can
Are
we
you
have
more excited for Lower Decks or Season 3 of Discovery?
Oh, you asking me
yeah, I
that
really wanted to
question?
pick up on something.
Lower
yeah,
Decks.
So on your live stream earlier,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
on the live stream earlier, someone said it was Odin's Day today. That's
Yes, someone did
right
say
and wrong in equal measure. It's Woden's Day, the original of Odin, and no one seems to pick up on Tuesday being Tyr's Day, the god of war. That's all.
Okay, well, I did not know that. So, the more you know. Are you making views, etc., for this panel? I'm not sure what you
Yes,
mean.
I brought something. to the table.
I think that Darren.
But anybody can join if you want to. You know what, Dean? If you want to come on the panel, there's the link. We got a couple of spots open.
I think that Darren should do a video about the Gungan vessel in the submariner perspective.
The Gungans from a submariner's perspective.
Wow. You know what?
Anti-trucker use.
No.
I'm definitely more interested in Lower Decks than season 3 of Discovery.
Same.
When's Orville coming out?
We don't know yet.
Never, basically. A year, probably, at least. They didn't even get halfway through the season before they finished.
I see that Sonequa Martin Green had another kid.
No.
Throw something to the table.
Superwoman.
That's fine. I mean, if she wants to have kids, I don't care.
She doesn't look like she's had any kids.
Yeah, she just had her second, I think, today.
Wow.
Congratulations, Sonequa Martin Green. Now learn how to freaking act. I'm sorry.
Oh, she knows how to act.
Yeah, I don't know. I never saw her in Walking Dead.
The writers need to know how to write. The directors need to know how to direct.
You're right. Fine. It's not Sonequa's fault that Michael Burnham sucks.
She got people backstage.
Oh, do I? Okay, let me check here. No, I don't. There's nobody backstage right now.
Indy Tigers, they're waiting back there.
Who?
This is 14 Barber that wrote.
I don't see nobody down there.
Indy Tiger.
Yeah, I don't see you, Indy Tiger. Are you sure?
How would you see them, Pickles?
Oh, okay. Now I see Indy.
I see him. See, look, I'm looking. They're right there. They are there. Oh, there he is.
Indy Tiger is there.
Indy, welcome.
You're
muted.
I know. Yes, I realize that.
There we go.
The computer. So you didn't get any feedback. So
no.
Indy Tiger.
Hello. How are you?
Fine.
Hello.
Hey, Indy.
We were speaking about the Gungans. What do you think about?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what you guys are talking about. I think the Gungans would have to fight off the animated series creatures who lived under the water. And
yeah. What about the Zindi Aquatics?
Oh yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
But they have no chance against the Gungans. The Gungans are the best. They have.
Now, Bird, do you know about the underwater species in Star Trek, the anime series?
No.
Oh, Bird, tell us all about your experience with watching the Star Trek animated series.
I watched a couple episodes, and even Mama Cray was watching, and she's like, "Is this like made for kids?" I'm like, "I guess it is." Couldn't really take it, and we stopped watching.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try again.
Oh,
I see. I've got a couple of super chats. Thank you, guys. Arabic puts in, says, nice, looking sharp, Anti-Trekker, nice suit. Thank you. This is like the one and only suit that I own. And Night Breeze says, hit the like, down with Kuroga, and treats for Auntie. Thank you, Night Breeze. Auntie is up here. I didn't put on the Anti-cam today, even though I should have. That would have been cool. I should have had one, like a separate camera just for Auntie in the live stream.
That would have been good.
I'll have to do that next time. And
yeah,
Mrs. Anti-Trekker didn't get my text, I'm assuming.
Most pubs in England have a pub dog. It's the way forward.
Michael, the next time you'll do like a Star Trek ship, you should do the USS Sandwich.
The USS Sandwich? What is your thing with saying the USS Sandwich? I don't understand that.
You create that.
I didn't create that. Yeah, you created it.
About that, I had one time what would be the ship of Neelix, and you spoke about the USS Sandwich.
Did I say that? Okay, well, maybe I did.
And
then.
You said that 7 of 9 will be a waitress there. This is your creation. You create the USS Sandwich.
I forgot about that. When did I say that? A year ago?
Maybe, but you did it.
See, I think Neelix and Quark should have gone into business together to do a franchise of restaurants.
They should have. That would have been actually that could be a Star Trek spin-off show in itself.
Oh, I would have seen that. I would have watched that. The Neelix and Quark, the odd couple of Star Trek or something,
Yes.
So
he's from the Delta Quadrant. He's a Ferengi.
Turok is 6'1". and Sabot 5'9".
So Sci-Fi Nation puts in a couple of bucks, says Gungans would make good beagle
I want to see
bites.
Mott.
So yeah, I think Gungans would make good beagle bites.
No, Gungans. The Gungans are the best species in Star Wars.
I don't think we should let Alexander dictate the direction of the chat.
There's no such thing as too ugly for the chat.
Yeah,
And if you don't feel comfortable going on with your
look
face,
at the panel right now, right?
even if you don't feel comfortable going on with your face, you can just use an avatar. You don't have to come on with your face at all.
Just find a picture of a treble clef and put it on the screen. We'll know it's you.
I mean, I'm a
use
demigod.
the picture of Momo the Challenger. Please don't use that.
Alexander, I'm working on a Conan video for my channel, by the way. Just so you know.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Conan
Yeah,
O'Brien.
he's obsessed with Conan.
Conan the Barbarian is the best.
What'd you say, Indy?
Said Conan O'Brien or Conan the Barbarian?
I would like to see a Conan O'Brien. That's
No.
Conan the Barbarian and Call the Conqueror.
No, I think Conan O'Brien versus Conan the Barbarian. Conan O'Brien wins because he shoots Conan the Barbarian with a gun. The end.
It's not gonna work.
What do you mean it's not gonna work? Conan the Barbarian is just a
Makes
human.
sense, though.
But Conan the Barbarian.
I go boomstick, and then Conan's dead.
No. In the Conan the Barbarian, in the Red Nails, he succeeds without eating and drinking anything. Hurt after that, he have been crucified to walk during 4 fucking days. Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, and wait. Jar Binks donated $1.
Conan the
And so
Librarian.
Jar Jar Binks says, Misa want Yusa Alexander to leave Misa alone, you icky goo. Okide? Leave Momo. Love Momo.
No.
So Jar Jar Binks loves Momo. It's confirmed.
That's a fake. Jar Jar Binks, like any other else. That the
Oh, yeah. Conan the Austrian, yes.
Did you like
Conan the Australian eye
at all?
No, the Austrian. Can you do an Austrian accent, Bird? Can you do an
Bird's asleep.
Yeah.
Anti-tracker, you got
You
me-
can hear him. I hear him. He's talking in his sleep. Listen to that.
Yeah. Indy, what was that?
You've got me thinking about the scene in Buffy the Vampire Slayer where the one demon says, "No weapon forged by man can kill me," and she shoots him with a bazooka. That was a great episode.
I've not seen that one, but that sounds like I've only watched a little bit of Buffy. A lot of the classic shows like Buffy, X-Files, stuff like that. I was working graveyard shift at the time, and so I didn't get to watch much stuff that was on primetime TV. And this was before the days of modern, hey, look, you can watch it on demand. It was, if you missed it, you frickin' missed it.
Yeah, you had to wait for rerun season.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeps.
Did you like Conan the Destroyer, Alexander?
Yes, I like it. Not as much as Conan the Barbarian, but Conan the Destroyer, they had good. The first battle is great. The first battle when the guys have nets and all that stuff is amazing. And when you fight also the cannibals, that's great. They are good stuff in Conan the Destroyer.
Oh,
Did you like when he beat up on Wilt Chamberlain?
Mustafa. Oh, this is.
Welcome, Daniel's Hot Topics.
He makes it back.
Can you hear us?
What's up?
You hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Show your toes if you hear us.
Some great frame rate there. Yeah.
Hey, man, he's doing over 1 frame a second.
Wow.
You hear us.
I know you wanted to talk to Anti-Tracker. Now's your chance.
Yeah. Hey, what's up,
How you doing, Daniel?
How you doing?
Hanging in there, just trying to
So
survive being the host of the bar here tonight with all the crazies.
I have a theory. The anti-tricker's not wearing pants.
You have a theory that I'm not wearing pants.
I bet he isn't. Let me, hold up. Let me
Gonna,
check.
How much money are we going to put on this?
I'm not. I mean, why would you? Why would he be?
Why does Bird want to know if you're wearing pants?
Oh, you know,
I
Bird's
don't
always
want
been
to know. I'm
obsessed.
just saying I have a theory.
Mhm.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not.
Well, moreover, why does pickles?
Those of you,
Very disturbing.
Those of you who have been in the military know that when you take your portrait in basic training, you basically only wear the top part for the photo.
That's true.
You know, I mean, you wear different pants, obviously. You know, your other uniform pants. You know, as far as that goes. But since you're not seeing your full body, they don't bother dressing you up.
Well, those
So.
13-button trousers are a pain in the ass anyway.
Those were a pain in the ass, especially when you really had to take a leak. Yeah.
So, Bad Wolf wants to know, is everyone drinking? No, I think I am the only one drinking right now.
No, I was drinking the hard.
Me and Darren.
I'm drinking C Plus Crush Orange Crush. Woo!
With vodka.
Alexander, when you drink alcohol, do you make sense?
I need to hide this.
Oh, man. So, Daniel, you are probably the only one on this panel that's actually genuinely looking forward to Discovery Season 3. And and so I'm curious, what do you are you okay, so I'm curious, what are you hoping for out of Season 3?
More Michael Burnham.
Well,
I don't think you can do much more
right
than
now,
what they've done.
I'm not like not so much now. I'm more into I'm more into Marvel stuff now. I'm on your show. I'm commenting on your show, right? Where I'm talking about Multiverse of Madness a lot. So I don't really care much for Discovery Season 3 anymore. Actually,
so you're really not.
I care for Section 31 though. I hope that show comes out.
What do you think, Daniels? What do you think about the MCU Aunt May?
Jeez.
I'm not really a big fan of her.
Man, wow! How it's possible?
She doesn't. You know what? Honestly, Alexander, here's the thing.
She has so pretty jeans.
But she doesn't feel like Aunt May.
No, she feels like Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, I mean, Aunt May was always an elderly sage who would give Peter good advice and stuff, as opposed to Peter's hip aunt who's his friend and wants to, and
and who gets winked at by all the waiters in the restaurants.
And throws bananas.
Yeah. See, one of the classic dilemmas in general that Spider-Man would always find himself into. He's got to get this special medicine to his dying Aunt May in the hospital, or obviously she'll die. And so he swings through the city, and of course, he gets stopped by Dr. Octopus. Somebody's knocking on my door. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. I wonder if they ever bring Uncle Ben in, will they make it an SJW character?
I don't think they're going to bring in Uncle Ben.
MCU Uncle Ben.
There's a rumor you're
and
going to
Aunt
get
May
Tobey Maguire
is already dating that guy.
Now maybe it will be
Happy Hogan.
Iron Man is Uncle Ben.
They kind of did hint at that yes, Aunt May and Hogan. But notice that
more than a hint.
Well, yeah, but it's funny though because both Hogan and Aunt May were in the last scene of Endgame, but they weren't together.
But a lot of stuff. I think that MCU Uncle Ben will be black and cook rice. This is what I think.
That is
that's like offensive, Alexander.
So bad.
Uncle Ben's been canceled, so that's done.
No, yeah, they're not going to deal with Uncle Ben.
And a Trekker, you missed the super chat.
Oh, did I? I'm so sorry.
Well, apparently,
let me. No, I see the Jar Jar Binks, Dean Rogers. I'm too ugly to join the chat. Sci-Fi Nation guns would make good beagle bites.
Oh, okay. John said you missed one.
I don't.
I mean,
so.
I talked about Dean's last super chat. Anti-Tracker didn't technically read it out loud. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but I kind of.
Yeah, you reacted to it.
Yeah, but I didn't. Did I read it? No. So I apologize.
Dartmouth asked, "Are we sure that MCU Aunt May didn't kill Uncle Ben?" I think that Uncle Ben died because of MCU Aunt May. He died from a heart attack.
1, 2, check.
You are with MCU Aunt May. Oh my God, she can do stuff that will give you a heart attack.
I think the MCU Aunt May is going to turn out to be like a Black Widow type character. She's going to kill all the men she's with. Not Black Widow, the character, Black Widow, the spider.
Bird, you're smoking crack.
We're going to find out what happened to Uncle Ben. It's going to happen to Happy. And then there's going to be another dude. They're going to all be in the closet. Peter's going to open his aunt's closet and find 3 bodies hanging there.
Too dark.
Yeah. So is this any better as far as volume loud?
Tony Stark is Uncle Ben.
Yes, I think that MCU Aunt May should have been in the final battle of Endgames.
Why?
What would she do?
Yeah, she has been naked, and this is why all the army of Thanos had been completely unable to fight because they were like doing something that I will not say on the channel.
Oh my God.
I missed that.
Alexander, do you have any idea how Batwoman crazy you sound?
Oh God, that's what I walked into.
Yeah. At some point, yes.
You do know. You know that you know that you sound completely insane.
Mr. Londell, you know he knows not of what he speaks.
So wait. Alexander, you know that you sound completely nuts.
Yes, because you don't understand.
I agree.
Proof that you are a troll right there.
No.
You know what you're saying is fake. You know it. You just admitted it. You are a troll.
Most of the greatest minds on the planet were called Batwoman nuts. So I agree with you. You're yes.
So I'm one of the greatest minds on the
planet. Oh, jeez. LD, you really had to go there and encourage him?
You call me Batwoman nuts, so smart people were called crazy doesn't make every crazy person smart.
No, it doesn't. But I think Alex is onto something.
No, I don't think Alexander's onto anything. He might be on something. And Nightbreeze throws a couple of bucks in. Thank you, Nightbreeze says, let Ben and Batman's parents stay dead. Amen.
Yeah, because if you don't have Uncle Ben die, and you don't have Batman's parents die, you don't have Spider-Man or Batman.
Not necessarily true, but yeah, the versions that we know, agreed. That's the beauty of reality. So many things can change and it's not just one way of making potato soup.
How did we get to potato soup from there?
You should ask LDG about lemons.
Oh yeah.
Oh geez, don't.
There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to skin a cat. How about that? Is that better?
That's an actual saying. Although it's a demonstrably false one. There is only one way to skin a cat. You remove its skin. That is the only way to skin a cat. And by the way, thank you so much. Ensign Ricky puts in a couple of bucks and says, troll down. Indeed, Alexander confirmed to be a troll.
No.
Yes.
No.
You should have heard Alexander talk to Momo one day on LDG stream. He was so serious and it was eerie. And they had a staring contest with each other.
Momo to change your adventures.
Take care, 14, if you're leaving.
14, you're leaving? Man.
14 Barber.
If you're leaving, you need to get someone else with a nice voice on here. Can't leave me with Alexander and Bird of Prey.
I've got early clients tomorrow.
You leave, I'm going to get back to the poop.
I have to take off too.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to.
What do you think you're taking off, Darren? You always stay all night. What's your problem?
Oh, I got something I take care of.
It's not as fun.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, I see how it is. You say, man, I go through all the trouble of putting on a suit.
Well, nobody asked you to. Nobody asked you to do that. I mean, you could have.
The way Darren said that, yeah, I understand, buddy. You go do that.
Don't do that.
So, something important came up.
What?
I'd be gone too. Never mind, didn't come out right. Okay.
14
Aren't you planning on playing a game tonight? You know, a game that someone really likes.
Like Risk?
Oh, you should have said that word.
What game you want, Thomas?
Take care, Darren.
No. The game, what you just said, because someone here really loves that game.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I know Bird loves that game.
He wasn't talking about me.
I don't love it so much anymore.
Oh, you mean the troll loves the game? Yeah.
What?
You're a troll.
No.
It says it right under your head.
No, yeah.
It actually does. Yes, it does.
Wow.
You change that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to change your name.
You change my name.
And let's see. So T-Berg puts in a couple of bucks, says, "Oh no, the turd won't hit Alexander's fan now." And that's true. It is literally hitting the fan. Yeah. Oh my God, that is actually true.
I feel bad for the fan.
And then Fortian says the suit shows Turdistan class. Indeed, it does. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, we never see Bird of Prey in his suit.
I'm the minister of propaganda.
We saw him dressed up once.
Yeah, I did
at dance party. Yeah, I saw him.
Did we? Oh yeah.
Oh, with the hooker.
With the blonde.
She wasn't a hooker.
Was she paid to be there?
Yes.
She's a hooker. All right, so.
And then there were cages in the room too.
I think the proper term is escort.
Yeah, hooker.
They're not the
I'm just gonna
thing.
stick my head. I'm just gonna stick my head in the hole.
Does
One is
anybody here
perfectly
actually
held.
believe that paid escorts are not hookers?
They're in the yellow pages.
Oh, that makes it. That makes it good.
Just stop, Bird.
So
just stop while you're ahead.
Yeah. Hey, look, dial up, hire a whore. Hey.
Vile Mike says, "What up, peoples?" That sounds like Caddy, though.
It does. That does. What up, people?
Yeah, she said earlier that her father's phone was stolen or something.
So she stole his
Or
phone.
lost.
Vile, you have to say something, and we know
All right,
it's really you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably his daughter. Yeah.
I think Nightbreeze is in the. Okay.
Is he in there?
We messaged in there.
Oh yes, he is.
Hello,
I got it.
everybody.
Thanks, Joshua.
Center square.
Thank you.
No, hey, Tracker, you are right. Just if they're in the yellow pages, they're high class hookers.
Yeah, This means they're hookers with a business license. And Matt G throws a super sticker in there of a Doomacorn. Thank you, Matt G. I do appreciate it, my friend. Doomacorn's always welcome. Although what you're supposed to put in is a chit storm. That's what you're supposed to do on this channel. Doomacorns are for Doomcock.
Vile says yes, M. Vile, not Caddy. Not
Prove
lying.
it, Vile.
Where he capitalized the L.
We got
in
room
lying.
for you to join the group here.
Commodore Ty, welcome.
Thomas Park loves Momo. What the fuck?
And you're a troll.
No.
No, it's kind of confirmed there.
No.
Trolling.
I'm good. I'm no longer Jan Brady.
It's false.
Not
Or
to
Cindy.
go back to an old topic. but I did feel like I needed to point out, because nobody ever brought it up, that rail guns would never be used to shoot something as far away as another planet.
Why?
Thank you.
Because the minutes it would take, at least probably would take an hours to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You could, maybe one time you shot a rail gun
only
from
if it's
Earth
a
to
surprise.
Mars.
It only works if it's a surprise attack.
The very first time it happens, they would say, okay, from now on, we just change course every 45 minutes, because it would take the railgun an hour to get here. So by the time they calculate our position, it will always be different.
Unless it was a guided railgun.
Well, a guided railgun is not a railgun.
Yes, it is.
We play Risk.
Actually, no, it wouldn't be.
Yes, it would be.
That would not be a railgun.
The railgun,
is a dumb projectile.
Yeah, a railgun is a dumb weapon.
Come on, guys. Let's call it what it is. A railgun is the means of the propulsion of the projectile, not the projectile itself.
Yes, but if the means of the propulsion are not a continuous thrust, then it is a dumb projectile. It cannot be altered in its course.
Unless you make the projectile itself able to change directories, change course.
Also,
yeah, you can't do that without thrust.
No, yes, you can.
How are you going to change course without thrust?
The one space would be a little different, and you can use thrust. You can have it doesn't have to be thrust. Thrust backwards? I mean, how do you think rockets change?
They use thrust.
Trajectory.
That's why they're called thrusters.
Wait, stop. Let me repeat. Why can't you put thrust on a projectile?
Because then it would need to have fuel tanks. It would need to have computers. It would need to have guidance systems.
And that doesn't work on a rail shooter.
And that doesn't work on a projectile. You're telling me you can't load a big rail gun and then just add some propulsion to go left or right? Seriously? Really? No, I doubt it.
Well, you got to think of this particular thing.
That's not a
railgun.
Railgun.
Railguns
yes, you
use
can. You just add yes.
So you're going to put computers on a electromagnetic launcher.
Yes, of course you will. How can you do that? How can you do that? Tell me.
Why is there?
Wait.
Tell me how you can do that. There's a way of doing that.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you subject a computer to a high intensity magnetic field, what happens to
it? You're really telling me this? Okay, you're not.
No, man, you're the expert.
You guys are funny. How do you guard against electromagnetism?
Oh crap! I forgot to turn on manual placement.
You shield the computers from the electromagnetism. That's why they have these wallets that can shield your credit cards from strong electromagnetic things that would wipe it. You can shield from that.
It wouldn't freaking protect it from an EMP, but it might protect it from being next to.
It would protect it from the railgun. It would protect it from the railgun, for God's sakes. Come on.
Do you have any idea what kind of power those magnets have?
Yes, and do you know how easy it is to block that stuff with lead and other metals that block it completely?
Lead?
Completely?
Lead?
Yes.
Lead doesn't block magnetism.
Electromagnetic. It does. Yes, it does. Yes,
Any
lead
metal
does.
Really encased would do it, but
yes, thank you. Yeah. What about a Faraday cage? A Faraday cage would block any electromagnetism from getting in. That's a Faraday cage. Mr. Faraday invented it a long ass time ago. Figured out how not to get struck by lightning by putting himself in a cage. He realized that all electromagnetic waves or emissions get blocked in a Faraday cage. It's the reason why the whole hospital doesn't get fried when they do their X-rays.
No.
Well, correction. Maybe not that. Yeah, that's something different. But still, Faraday cages do work, and they're a real thing.
Yes, they are. But still, you're just gonna keep adding this bigger and bigger and bigger.
We're building an intergalactical space weapon. Trust me, we're not talking about that. Or whatever. Inner space.
That's
weapon.
That's my favorite new
word. It can
be
be
of the
that
day.
big. Intergalactical. Hey, it is a word, by the way. Yeah. Of course we have room for that. You kidding me?
That's why most of the satellite railgun technology is the size of a ball bearing or smaller. It's because of the energy output.
The energy output's huge, so it wouldn't even need to be super huge, for God's sakes, and it wouldn't even need, it just needs enough energy to change course, while it's being shot. That's it. It's not like you have to fuel it.
How did Bird not lose a single troop coming after me? Don't you always lose one?
No, not necessarily. Not if you cheat like Bird does.
I'm not cheating.
I'm not cheating.
Give LD access to your computer.
Yeah.
No, I'm not an idiot either.
So Dean says super hookers just get the most fish. Well, I've never heard that term. Look, super hookers get the most fish? Oh, because they're hooks, like fish hooks. I get it. All right, took me a minute. So thank you, Dean, for the pound.
Remember, Alexander, the enemy is purple and green.
Oh, Alexander will do whatever the worst possible thing is.
Kill the zombie.
And Vile Mike says it is him.
Well, of course he says.
Not Caddy.
Yeah, of course. Well, what do you expect Caddy to say? Yeah, I took my dad's phone. See,
actually, a little bit earlier, she did say. Yeah. Let's see, where did she put that? Come on, where's? She says yes, or no, that's the wrong one. No, of course. I am here. No. Father's phone has been stolen. I am here, Caddy Knight.
Caddy, if you want.
Now you pissed me off, Alexander. Now you pissed me off.
Caddy, if you want to pretend to be your dad, you gotta say something that's old that you wouldn't know otherwise.
No.
Though it was something scary. Caddy Knight and her dad actually agreed today on the arena review.
Yes, and that was an.
I didn't see that one yet.
Oh, that was an excellent review. That was so hilarious.
I love their reviews. They do great reviews together.
And I actually really like Caddy Knight's idea about the communicator.
Yes. Yes. Just have everything be an explosive as a secondary function. Everything should just explode. Great idea. All right, guys, I'm taking off.
All right, have a good one.
Take care.
Have a great day.
And be sure to let me know if there's anybody who wants to join in. There's the chat link. So Birdo Prey 5. What's he gonna do this time? How is he gonna cheat this time around? No, he's still gonna. Why are you trying to take Africa? You hate Africa.
Oh.
Ouch. Guess the Africans don't want to be Kurogans.
Does anybody want to be Kurogan?
Well,
they'll learn.
Let's hear African Opre.
No.
That'd get the stream taken down quick.
Damn it, Cinnabon.
Well, you're the one that went after him.
I didn't go after him.
You're going to make a mistake there, Alexander.
We'll see. That's not so bad.
Oh, believe me, it will be.
Wagner put a private mat. Is Wagner? Is he in the bottom?
Let me check. I don't see anybody in the bottom right now.
All right, you see that he just talked like 2 minutes ago. I thought maybe he popped in. Maybe he popped back out. I don't know. He just had to make a phone call. He says. We thought he might have been leaving forever.
No, we thought you were leaving.
I think he probably isn't back because we're playing Risk.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now he's like, yeah, you're playing Risk now.
Oh no, they're back.
Oh, how unfortunate!
For the record,
Cinnabon.
I am not playing. I'm here, guys. What's up?
Go for purple zombies.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, look at that. Cinnabon lost another one to the and another. It seems the zombies are just going after Cinnabon.
No, it just took me out.
Oh.
But you know that episode of Voyager, they shot those phasers for an extremely long time in that asteroid, looking for the Vidians.
I don't remember that one specifically.
They were in the asteroid, reflective. Everything was reflective, and they couldn't find it, so they shot a constant beam, and it bounced and bounced and bounced and bounced and bounced all inside the asteroid until it hit the Vidian ship.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that.
They were firing that sucker for like minutes.
Nicely done. Good job, Thomas.
Now, hey, Thomas, don't forget to go after Quebec.
I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, Bird of Prey's going for Africa again. What's your obsession with Africa, Bird?
I need to take a continent and get a bonus. So it's nothing wrong with Africa, of all places to take.
Well, that's not what you said before. You said you hated Africa.
I don't think I ever said I hated Africa.
No, I remember you distinctly saying you hate Africa.
I say
pretty
alliance
sure
against
no.
Bird unless there are zombies.
I'm
Epic
fine with
Tracker, you got a $5 super chat from Ensign
Oh, did
Rick.
Ensign Ricky,
just
thank
one,
you.
Two.
2 momos coming for you. 3 for Alexander, lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 8, 7, 8, no Jar Jar hate. 9, 10, Momo's coming again.
No, Momo.
Yes, Momo's coming for you. Momo's coming for you.
No.
We saw Jar Jar Binks said he's
God
he's
damn it,
a
Cinnabon,
lot
why do you keep attacking me?
because
Why do you
it's
keep
you.
attacking me, Bird?
Yeah. Oh, look, Cinnamon's going to take Africa now.
Not quite. He left Madagascar.
Oh, yeah, he did leave Madagascar, so he's not going to get it this round.
Son of a bitch.
Wow, Bird, you're in a world of hurt right now.
And Arabic Sonder just gave you a $2 super chat.
Oh, Arabic, thank you. Says, no, you've already fixed your sound great.
Hello, Donnie.
And Ensign Ricky says, Bird must bless the rains. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cinnabon's going to bless the rains down in Africa because Bird is about to get wiped off this map. He's only got 3 troops left. And Alexander's really beginning to piss me off. What is your problem, Alexander? What, you just want to attack me and no one else? Seriously?
Take him out, Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander, you're seriously, you're I'm going to kick you out of this chat in a minute. God, pissing me off here. I got nothing. Yeah. can't even take one territory.
You didn't even try the 2 versus the 1?
Bird, never let it be said that I didn't show mercy upon you.
Son of a bitch.
And Dean Rogers put a couple of pounds in. I'll take anyone caring about Namibia.
Nambia?
I don't know how it's properly pronounced. Well, it looks like Thomas Potts is getting vengeance for me. Thank you, Thomas. Well, Bird, what you gonna do, buddy? Man. This is a jacked up map for me, that's for sure.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, but nice knowing you, Bird.
Zombies anyway. Who wants to play with zombies? They'll probably take Cinnabon out next round.
Cinnabon has a serious advantage now with all that card.
Good job, Cinnabon.
The bunny has struck.
Never trust the bunny.
What do you mean? See, no, you're just being a sore loser.
Oh, I'm not the one threatening to throw people out of the game, out of the chat.
I'm just saying, if he's just going to attack me, I'll kick him out because he's being a dick. I see Nightbreeze has changed his avatar just for Alexander, who is of course a troll.
Great. Not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough.
I mean, that's like you couldn't attack anymore. You don't have any attack moves. Johnny says, Andrew, I wonder if you could view the super chats. Yeah, I can. Did I miss one? Let me see. I saw the Dean one. Ensign Ricky, Blessing the Rains. Aravec, no, you already fixed the sound. Ensign Ricky, 1-2, Momo's coming for you. Dean, Super Hookers. Matt G with a sticker. So, yes, I can see the super chats, Donnie. Cinnabon is probably going to be one of this, so just to warn you guys, if you're thinking of who to attack, I think the bunny is the man that we have to take down.
And we still have the zombies they can raise anytime.
That's true. But right now, Cinnabon has 2 continents. He's about to completely wipe us out. So maybe you should stop your haterade about me and attack Cinnabon.
I didn't attack you the last round.
And let's see. As he prepares to attack. Uh-oh, undead in Thomas's territory. Oh, down South America, looks like. Now, will the zombies attack Cinnabon? That would be nice if that happened. Unfortunately, no. They're going to attack me. Oh, wow. That didn't go well.
Got fortunate in South America.
Yeah. Dang. And it's like, well, I'm going to have to do this, but it sucks for me. But I'm on Team Human first. Oh, didn't have enough.
That's he had the option to break a continent bonus.
Yeah, you probably should have gone for Cinnabon there, Thomas.
He wanted revenge.
That's revenge for Alexander attacking me.
Yeah, now Cinnabon's going to completely wipe us out here. Watch it. He should. We'll see what he does, but if I were him, I would take South America this round.
Shit.
Yeah, I think I would definitely put some troops right there in South America to take out that zombie, and then.
Right. But apparently Cinnabon doesn't care about Team Human.
No, I just won my card.
I think it might be more than just the cards he's wanting, but
No, he's going to take those cards. That's too bad because Cinnabon's going to absolutely rule this map down. There's going to be no stopping him.
I'm just saying I don't think it was just the cards he was wanting.
You guys all rooted for Cinnabon to kill me. Now you guys.
Well, that just makes us happy that he killed you. You know,
it's worth the risk. It's not like it's Wesley.
We play another one after that?
I don't know. We'll see. Wow. We are in serious trouble, guys. Oh, come on.
Those zombies love you, Anti-Trekker.
I know. I mean, really, Cinnabon has 3/4 of the map, and they land on me. And they attack me. At least now they're going for Cinnabon. Oh, come on. You don't break his continent bonus? Dicks.
And Thomas Butts had the chance, but you wanted revenge.
Sorry, when I see a Krogan, I just have to attack.
Gotta give him that one, Anti-Trekker. He is attacking Krogans.
Yeah. That's the best I could do to just try and take away some of those continent bonuses.
The multi-gun man says Risk. Let me tell you about Risk. Risk is walking the streets of Kurdistan at night without a gun. That's Risk.
Only if you're Krogan.
No, multi-gunman, that is incorrect. It's Kuroga you got to really watch walking the street.
I don't know. We've seen zombies come out in Turkestan all the time, apparently. Zombies are attracted to Turkestan.
No, they attacked us, but that doesn't mean they're walking around Turkestan all the time.
See, I think their Krogan experiments gotten loose.
Yeah, well, Kuroga's been wiped off the map, so there is that.
Melphis Sky says Anti-Tracker. Ask Bird of Prey 5, since his leadership style was inspired by his hero, Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Is that a working?
Harkonnen.
Harkonnen. Is that a working replica floating suit he's working on done?
That's a good question. Is your floating suit done?
I wasn't working on a floating suit, but I'll take one if somebody's got.
So that's a no, but he would like to have one. You heard it directly from him.
And Dean Rogers asks, so why is Nambia still neutral?
I don't know where Nambia is, so I'm not
think, okay, if you're talking about the white, it's called a blizzard, and that's randomly 3 countries in the map are randomly blocked out just to make the game a little more interesting. So if Nambia is South Africa, then that's why. And no, Richie Poole, I don't know Dune.
Of course not. Dune is just
list.
one more thing you don't know jack about because you don't give a crap about science fiction. Why are you even here?
John DeMarco says Bird is a fake nerd. He hasn't seen V and he doesn't know Dune.
Yep. Confirm. Bird is a fake.
And I never played Dungeons and Dragons.
You never played Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Bird, I was about ready to defend you about being a nerd. No D&D.
You need friends to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Can we play again?
Actually, Bird, you know what's funny is some of my best friends were met because I played Dungeons and Dragons.
I played Dungeons and Dragons and Vampire the Masquerade.
Someone needs to make a list of all this nerds shows and stuff and sci-fi shows and have Bert checklist what he's seen and not.
It's easy. Star Trek, the original Star Wars movies, meaning the original 3 trilogies.
You need to love TOS.
Battlestar Galactica 2004, all of Stargate. And
all right, I'm back.
I don't know, occasional sci-fi shows that have popped up since. New Lost in Space. Things like that.
Oh, you cancel the game? And
you guys are playing another one? Dear God.
Yes, we are.
My God, 2 whole rounds of risk.
You know what Matthew's going to say? I'm telling you right now.
He's not going to be happy.
You guys want to...
Matthew's not here.
Matthew's not going to be happy, man. But you're doing this in his name.
Michael, okay.
You specifically said the Life of Matthews virtual pub without Life of Matthews.
With Matthew, but
can you
with
please
semantics.
Can I?
I mean, I'm sorry I had to step away, but somebody had an urgent issue with Microsoft Office, so I had to help them. But I'm back. I feel like I'm 6 years old. You're fighting over crayons, for God's sake.
And yes, Richie, I did see a super chat about Nambia.
Can I get purple?
Yes, Vector. Stargate for the win.
Really? Bird, really? Name 2 characters from Stargate.
Daniel Jackson, Samantha Carter.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah,
the
joke usually has a crush on Daniel Jackson.
Dr. Weir, Rodney McKay.
And now he's reading.
You can hear that. The Asian Muslim wife, born in
Echo
Kosovo,
Neil.
is now general of the Red Army.
Hope you clicked. You're ready.
Well, at least you didn't say MacGyver.
General Hannon, the best general on TV of all time. The same map.
Oh, Lord.
Well, you
Hey,
got a
Bert,
problem
you
with
really
this map?
don't.
Oh, great.
If I could figure out how to develop,
Hurry up and grab South America. Whoever gets America wins. Go.
hey Bert, if I can figure out how to develop that suspense chair, I would make one for you because that would be so nice for you. You could get around everywhere, and not have to worry about it.
Thank you.
And while Mike is in the back,
Oh, is he? Let me see.
It's Katie.
no, he dropped Katie off.
Sure he did. She stole his phone.
How you doing, Vile?
How is it you gave a whole continent away?
Still think I'm in a bad signal area though. And yeah, Caddy did steal my phone.
You guys are nuts. You guys do not. Oh, God.
Are you gonna fix some bird?
I find Star Wars too mind-numbing to like compared to track. It was called a fake, and I was called a fake nerd. So don't worry, you're still a nerd in my book. Thank you, Valor.
Bird, you have to take.
Oh, hey, Violet.
I mean, I
this
watch
morning.
Star Wars. I wouldn't call myself a big fan. Melphis is Bird of Prey. Is it true that you recycle the dead Krogan orphans for food for the Krogan workers, minor workers?
Well, that's a legit question.
Yeah,
Everything everything's recycled to a
So that
point.
would be a yes.
I mean, there's molecules in your body that have been part
That
of
would
other
be a
human
yes. Bird does indeed
That's just
recycle
the way
dead
life
orphans. Wow, Bird. Wow.
Guys gave away an entire continent, and then I was the only one who blocked one of Africa, so that's going to be gone.
Well, maybe you should put some troops there.
No.
All right, you
Well,
go
and
for
Trigger,
this.
one game I played with Bird, we just kept putting troops next to each other.
Mhm.
So he attacked me. He took the space, but he lost most of his troops, and then Resolute just walked right through him.
Right. Well, that's what Bird's going to do here. He's going to kill himself just to stop me.
You don't have to put your troops here.
Actually, yes, I do.
There, you've got several other countries, not right here.
Right.
You could fortify.
You only have
Japan.
one country right here,
You
so you
fortify-
should
I
be
got
the
two.
one. You have one in this continent.
Yeah, but Siam is next
Yeah,
door.
so you have one to my three, so you should back off. But you're not going to
But
do
you
that.
know I
even though-
won't.
Right, and you know that I'll win the battle because I go first. And so all you're doing is committing suicide.
I've seen some bad rolls.
That's true, but this is on Balance Blitz.
It's on balance blitz, son of a bitch.
Yep, sure is.
Nobody told me.
You could have read it.
Too busy reading your chat.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And Richie's doing good, winding down after a long day of work, relaxing and basking in the glow of Anti-Trekker. That's right.
All right, back again.
Vote for Burbs.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch both Burbs and Short Circuit 2 in the next week or two, regardless of which one comes on top.
So what you're saying is in Kuroga that your vote doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying that because so many people have voted that both will get shown.
Or you're saying that your vote
It's called
doesn't
fair
matter.
democracy.
I think Cinnabon messed up. He has like most troops in Iceland.
I think he's going to try the 14 strategy. So are you in this one, Thomas?
I'm green.
Okay. No, you're in a good spot then.
I'll offer you this option, Anti-Tracker.
It's a little late now, considering you've deployed all but 2 of your troops.
Don't attack me on the first round, and I will move my guys out on my turn.
So you're expecting me to
attacking
trust you?
Australia. You'd have to show some trust, yes. But right now, before you put your last troops, put them somewhere. Well, you'll still get troops when you go.
Right.
Put them somewhere else where you can get a card. But I will move my guys out of Australia.
Mm. Yeah, because you realize now that you're about to get annihilated.
I'm just saying it's your choice.
You're the one committing suicide, buddy.
Oh, I don't. If you don't attack
I've already
me,
had
I will move my guys out.
I've already had this conversation with both of you. Neither of you listen to reason.
Well, here we go.
This never works. Oh, let me move my troops out. Yeah, exactly. See, there you go. There's moving your troops.
Well, he could have had 6, 8 more troops.
He moved them out a lot faster. No, Alexander's gonna win. Oh yeah.
We'll see. Alexander has a tendency to do stupid
Alexander,
things.
fight that 7. Fight that 7. No, I'm serious. I got a feeling about this. Fight that 7. You'll win.
Okay, I'm not. But the game.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. No, I'm being dead serious. Fight that 7.
Don't listen to him, Alexander.
No, no. I'm not trying to sound like I'm like, just do it, please, dear God. It's a game, man. Who cares?
No,
5 could win against 7.
it could.
Yeah, could, but probably won't.
Probably is not a reason not to do it.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It is absolutely a reason not to do it. If you're probably going to lose, you do not attack.
But you might win. So that's it cancels each other out.
No, it doesn't.
So DJ, I'm going to guess you're the kind that would go all in to fill an inside straight, wouldn't you?
Hey, I've won. Yeah, I won 50,000 on a pair of 2s, my friend.
Yeah, in virtual poker, I'm sure.
50,000, yeah, chips.
Yeah. I won a pair of 2. Well, no, actually, it was pair of 3s. Sorry, pair of 3s.
But you know what? If you were betting real money, you would not have done it.
You'd be surprised what I do with real money.
Oh, you're that stupid? Well, in that case,
No.
why don't you super chat me $500 right now? I'll tell you
I'm
what,
the guy.
If you super chat me $500 right now, then I will flip a coin. If it comes up heads 5 times in a row, I will give you $10,000.
You're lucky I don't have that money.
And I got some coins right here.
Yeah, you know what? The whole point of chance is nailing it when it actually flips, man. Okay, you're talking to a person who actually called out Russian roulette 37 times in 2 days.
Russian roulette.
I guessed the exact number 37
Do you know what
times
Russian roulette
in 2
is?
days. Not Russian roulette. Sorry, roulette. No. I'm sorry, because every time I talk to AT, for some reason, it's like Russian roulette. Okay, I'm sorry.
Playing
It's in my
Russian
mind.
roulette. That's great. Oh.
Yeah, made like 7 million on that. Couldn't believe it.
Ah, Potts, what are you doing?
Damn it, Potts.
Good man, Potts. Good man, Potts. Keep it up, Potts. Yeah, we go. All right, now purple.
One card.
Problem is now I'm going to have to attack Canvas. I don't want to attack another Turtistani.
Actually, right now, you could attack Cinnabon.
Yeah, I could, but Cinnamon I'm afraid of.
I accomplished my goal.
They got an alliance.
And
I
Cinnabon
accomplished
kamikazes people.
Wait, did you actually make an alliance with him, Bird? And then he said,
No, I said you got an alliance with Cinnabon.
I don't have an alliance with
Why
anybody.
you won't attack him?
I said I'm afraid of him. Because Cinnabon's too good at this game.
Richie Poole says Alexander is crazy, like a fox. And Richie Poole advises Vile Mike to rob a bank.
So, Vile, you're in here. Why aren't you saying something?
Actually, he's not in there
Or
right
did he
now.
leave? He left.
He's not in here.
Oh, he left.
I think he's having. I think he has some
like problems.
connection
with his-
issues.
Yeah. And sorry, Potts, that was nothing personal there, but I trying to follow a specific way that I'm doing things here. Well, we got to watch out for Cinnabon and obviously Crazy Alexander.
Yeah, Vile said StreamYard's crashed on his phone.
Ah, okay. That'll do it.
Oh.
Richie Poole says he's missing the Rachel Maddow show for this. I'm sorry.
Wow,
Richie.
poor
You're not
guy,
missing much.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? You want to just close your eyes for a moment, Richie. Now imagine an angry lesbian ranting about Trump. There you go. That's the show.
Richie Poole's probably, you know.
I don't know how Richie feels about the politics of it, but I mean that's what the Rachel Maddow show is.
I'm sure Richie thinks she brings up several good points to show.
Josh says he misses Ozzy Prey getting sentenced to a Turtistani prison for all his war crimes against accents everywhere. What does Ozzy Prey have to say about that?
I mean, regular me can tell you that's fake news. Ozzy Prey is fine.
Well, we don't hear Ozzy Prey, so how do we know Ozzy Prey is fine?
Let me ask him.
You got to call him up?
He's waving. He says he's giving me the thumbs up.
Sorry, we can't believe you, Bird. You've already proven yourself to be a liar, so... So Ozzy Prey is safely secured in Turtistani prison.
Vile Mike says angry lesbian ranting about Trump. Is she hot and single? Yes.
Really? You think Rachel Maddow's hot?
No, I was just telling Vile. And Richie Poole says eyes closed, imagining, yes, I feel better now.
See, I told you that's all you got to do. Actually, you'll do this.
Richie pulls that she has a girlfriend, Vile. I'll be like, excellent.
Excellent.
Does she have a girlfriend? Well, oh well. So, yeah.
I wonder which one doesn't want to get married.
Which, I don't know. Seriously? Alexander, you are really going to piss me off here. I don't know why you got such a hate boner for me, but you should have taken some Cialis, buddy.
Vile Mike says, I honestly don't know who that is. I'm not a good example of a crazy lefty, I guess. You've never heard of Rachel Maddow?
Yeah, seriously? You don't know who Rachel Maddow
I mean,
is?
it's not that I watched her show ever, but I know who she is.
Maybe he knows her as Rachel Madcow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Of course, at least I'm sure Vile's seen the old sci-fi shows, unlike someone else.
Live with Matthews, as I see Anti-Tracker is missing super chats and not paying attention to the backstage
There he is.
area.
So is Matthew here?
Oh,
Hey, there
Lord.
he is. All right.
So all gone to hell without you, Life with Matthew.
I can see you're playing Risk.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Everybody thought you would be angry.
I'm not. I am not. I said that. Thank you. I'm not playing Risk.
Hey, Alexander.
He played in the last round.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Live with Matthew.
Hey, Mike Reese.
So
Breaking the sanctity of the virtual pub.
Do you feel like your stream Live with Matthew, just not on your channel?
You know, I haven't been paying attention. I'll have to go back and look at previous stuff. But
Did you see what Anti-Tracker is wearing earlier?
I did. My wife loved it.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad to impress your wife.
She thought it was a nice, what's the word?
Your wife's okay that he's not wearing
Homage.
pants?
Missed that part.
They're speculating about the pants.
Well, that's the great thing about video chat. No one knows.
Right.
I mean, you get yourself a nice background, a decent shirt, and I mean, everything else is optional.
What up, Night Breeze? I didn't see your camera on. What up, dude?
Not much. How's it going?
Chilling, buddy.
Also, I do think you missed a couple StreamYard chats there.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. Thomas Potts donated $3. Sorry. Thank you. This stream approves that Life with Matthew is Anti-Tracker's Mirror Universe doppelganger. Also, Wiccan Mongolians born she from Cuba is the best wife. Wow, Thomas. Wasn't expecting that. And Thomas Potts put in another $1 saying, Anti-Tracker even ignores me when I super chat him now. That's not intentional. Yeah, I'm not used to hosting a pub.
What kind of jerk fakes their names?
I know,
Thomas,
really.
you're actually talking. Hey.
Hi.
Yeah. Yes, Thomas is actually here.
What up,
I
bro?
thought we had something
High five.
special.
Cinnabons is belongs to Ooters.
Apparently, yes.
What belongs to what?
Alexander's very happy that Hooters.
I'm thinking Alexander and Cinnabon have some kind of alliance thing going on here because they're avoiding each other.
No, he just attacked Cinnabon.
Yeah, but that's just to
Where
get his
is
content
Cinnabon?
bonus. And Cinnabon only had one troop there.
Cinnabon's not on the stream for some reason. Cinnabon didn't want to come up to talk. He hasn't for a while.
The strategy.
Cinnabon, we miss you. Come on up to the stream, Cinnabon.
It's true. In fact, I haven't seen any of
He hasn't streamed. He hasn't come
recently.
on a stream in like a week or two.
Yeah, come on, Cinnamon. What's going on?
Did you cut your hair? It's okay if you cut your hair.
No, that's not okay.
We won't judge you.
I will. All right.
Everybody liked his hair, but just saying, if he cut it or something, I don't know, maybe it got gum in it or something. He had to cut his hair. It would be okay.
Well, maybe
Not
it's
the end
even
of the
longer.
world.
I know a lot of places haven't really allowed the haircuts.
Yes, Commodore Ty, you can join. Anybody can come up.
Yeah.
Here's the link.
And
I don't know that Anti-Tracker is going to remember to let anybody in. That I can't promise. If you sit in the back too long, make sure you let us know.
Now Thomas is on the offensive here.
Oh!
How the heck did that happen?
Wow. Valor J Omega.
Son of a bird.
Bird of Prey. I never understood that big deal with D&D. He never played D&D himself. He played BattleTech instead, which BattleTech is a fun game. I played both the RPG and the wargaming style. But
I never played either. I did play Axis and Allies, the board game, but that was it. Well, I mean, Monopoly and stuff like that, but no BattleTech, no D&D.
Gonna happen.
You're missing out on
Honestly,
the D&D.
until I saw Stranger Things, I didn't even know how you played D&D.
I don't know if you can trust them as a valid source material.
To be honest, I'm not even 100% sure. I guess they also got some filled in from Big Bang Theory. I'm really not 100% sure the rules.
Big Bang Theory. That's just nerd in blackface.
It seems like you just kind of make it up as you go along kind of game.
really, in a lot of ways, it is. You're just, you're trying to basically you're telling a story in your mind with a bunch of players.
There's a lot of rules to go with it,
Josh Street says, Vertebrae, the bunny ate Cinnabon and learned to use the chat, and that is why Cinnabon isn't streaming anymore. Possible. Vile says BattleTech is D&D with giant mech robots. Wesley says, Anti-Tracker, a lot of people in the West Coast lost their internet.
Did they?
Really? Is there some type of big internet outage? Maybe
Comcast or something have a fiber cut? I've been on the repair team for something like that before.
Hey, Bird, we weren't supposed to talk about that.
Oh, was I not supposed to let that out?
I didn't even hear. What was it?
Nothing. Never mind.
Well, I'm not going to bring up the volume on the stream here.
Reggie Bulls says, Vile, you're too late. Bird already lost his nerd card.
You know, Alexander, there's a D&D like game called RuneQuest that I think you would really love because it is basically Conan the Barbarian in D&D form.
Oh, yes. I want to play that.
Wesley, technically, no. I don't know how to play D&D.
Guys, just to let you know, there is a huge cyber attack going in the West Coast right now. No, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Like that, as soon as you said it, I just checked. It's off the roof. America's getting hit hard right now.
In California this week, like internet-wise.
That's probably why LDG isn't playing.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but there's certain websites you can go to check this stuff. United States is pinging in the purple.
I don't see anything on the reliable news service known as Twitter.
Oh God, you're gonna hear this on Twitter. Yeah, okay.
Well, if people's stuff was down, they'd be bitching.
Well, like I said, this color codes in the United States is purple right now, which is pretty bad.
Here in
purple
the
and red
area, Dallas-Fort Worth area, there is a building in which all the internet from East Coast to West Coast goes through, and it's really cool. Like they have lots of armed security guards to make sure that not just anyone can walk in there. It's a boring building. Like you'd think there'd be more fanfare for it, but no.
The FireEye cyber attack threat map isn't really showing much. And it's
Have you ever
clearly
seen-
the
I'm on threat map.
Threat map?
Threatmap.checkpoint.com.
Wow. Sounds like a really awesome news source.
296,109 attacks on this day.
Hmm.
In the last 30 days, it's a completely average for the United States.
So they're saying this is an average day.
I mean, I'm just saying, I clicked on the United States. and the
Alexander,
map-
will you please stop attacking me?
It's the game, Anti-Trigger.
Shut
You
up,
got to
Bird.
attack people.
Just because you pay people off to attack me, I don't understand why you do that. It's a waste of money.
The dice
Have
are
y'all seen-
Alexander's enemies tonight.
Yes.
Have y'all seen the
this road.
oh, what was it? The seed packets that people are getting from China right now?
Skipped me.
No.
Did
Seed
you get
package,
skipped?
yes. People in my neighborhood supposedly got some.
Yeah,
Real-
completely
okay.
skipped me.
I hate
I
when
was
it
I
happens.
was kind of being skeptical about it, but people are kind of being afraid that this is some sort of bio warfare attack.
Well, hopefully
Bio-warfare.
Cinnabon's not a jerk and won't take
That surprised
advantage of
me.
it.
Yeah, they're worried that if they plant the seeds, somehow it will destroy our crops. Like with a cross pollination, it will destroy all of our strains. Which I'm like, I'd be more concerned about the seeds themselves being laced with something when you open it. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say somebody should taste test them before they plant them.
someone I don't like, preferably. It's a small list, but it does exist.
One of the police agencies here in Illinois has actually put a thing out saying if you receive it, contact them.
Huh.
I think you're supposed to contact the federal government. They're the ones who would have to deal with something like that.
Well, actually, the our local news said for us to contact the state's agriculture organization.
Okay. Yeah, but don't throw them out because you don't want them growing in a landfill or something.
Probably shouldn't burn them either. Seems like if there was something on them, burning them might produce bad results. Yeah,
Although, to
Robert
be honest,
Jr.'s volunteering you, Bird, for the taste test.
I don't know that I would open any package coming from China that I wasn't expecting to get. Which is rare that I expect to get anything from China.
I'm expecting some games from Japan in like 5 months whenever things start shipping again.
Valor says Bird of Prey. I have to use my phone for internet because the loss of net, and Viv wasn't happy because she wants to watch stream this stream on TV. Wow,
That sucks.
okay. But phones are working.
Right. So it's obviously just certain carriers and stuff that are having trouble.
Russia is probably testing their ability to hack the election results.
Yeah, well, they did it last time.
Not a lot of
remember?
election results go over the open internet, thankfully.
They don't go over. They're just stored at places that have connections.
I had to laugh a lot at finding out, all the drama with the Russians hacking the vote just to find out that the biggest thing was that dossier report, the Steele dossier, that when tracked back, apparently Hillary paid for. Kind of bitter in the backside there.
Cinnabon.
Tiki of Doom says it's the Libyans.
The Libyans did it, yeah.
Sorry, Cinnabon.
Ah, Cinnabon.
Ah, Cinnabon. I see how it is.
Come on the stream, Cinnabon.
Hooters, no way.
He's dead 2 times.
Yeah, he's dead
So
twice
bad,
for some
still-
reason.
Still,
You know, with what?
still a good game for you.
Man.
What you just did.
Yeah, go 7-8, Anti-Tracker. You can do it.
Probably.
That didn't go well.
That was not the good side to attack.
Wesley says even my phone is barely loading. Well, sure. If all their home internet's down, everybody's on the phone
Sorry,
network.
Thomas. I meant to back out of Europe there. I will next turn.
So that's not
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, Alexander, just attack me. That's the smart thing to do right now.
Valor thinks it's China or Kuroga attacking internet.
Probably Kuroga.
Well, it's not Kuroga, I can tell you that.
We'll try to do it fast.
Wesley Crusher says over the internet to a YouTube stream, the end of the world is here. No internet.
What are you doing?
Trying to light a fire?
Didn't forecast.
Yeah, maybe you should have actually done something.
Because I'm not enough fast on the stuff, so that's what's it. Fuck. Oh, fuck you.
And see, Richie Poole, the Steele report was originally funded by Republicans doing opposition research. You're not wrong. It was designed, they were trying to find out some dirt on specifically Trump to get him out of the running. And then eventually the people who were hired, I think it was Fusion GPS, they were fired. And then it was the weirdest thing. And it totally worked the exact opposite of what everyone hoped there.
That's
What
what
comes
you get,
after Purple
Alexander.
Alert?
Looks like Thomas is going to win this round.
Yeah, no way I could go 14.
Yeah.
Maybe. Never know with RNG.
See, now if Anti-Trigger really wanted to attack Alexander, he would have moved his 7 to the back.
Well,
and not attack Thomas.
Well, the only reason I attacked Thomas was to get a card.
because they are an alliance.
No, we're not. There's no alliance between us. He could attack me at any time, but he is a fellow Turtistani, so unlike Filthy Kurogans, I trust him.
Hey.
Sorry, Matthew. You know. Oh, by the way, Matthew, I got some paint that I ordered off of Amazon, and it came in today, and the color is perfect. So I wanted you to know that.
Josh Street says Bird of Prey is right. It can't be Kuroga since they don't know how to use the internet. And Vile Mike says his roommate says the internet is fine at his house.
Are you West Coast, Vile? I thought you were more central.
Yeah, Vile's in California.
Oh.
Southern California. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, you never heard from me again. Play if you never hear from me again. Play Short Circuit 2 in my memory.
If anybody wants to join us, there's the link. Oh, and I see Commodore Ty. Sorry, I didn't see you back there. Hey, Commodore.
Hey.
How you doing? Thomas is
Commodore.
about to crush me in Risk here.
I highly doubt that.
Dude, look at your armies. I got nothing. The only chance I have is if you run out of time to take out Alexander so I can get his cards. But that's not going to happen.
Get another call. One more.
Hey, Tim, Chris. Yeah, Matthew's fun without the Matthew, but I'm here. Yeah, I finally made it to the stream, and I'm on kid duty. I'm having to do a lot of things, so I might drop out unexpectedly.
Actually, Vile, San Diego isn't all that far west. I mean, Reno, Nevada is more west than San Diego, so I know you say, well, West Coast, but
you hit a point going south in California that's more west than San Diego, but less west and more south. But not like the true south, just south.
Oh, Turkestan won.
That's true. Turkestan wins no matter what, so that's a victory.
The
Because
house
see,
always
a
wins.
Turkestani can lose to another Turkestani and say, "Good game, my friend," as opposed to Kurogans that just say, "Son of a bitch." That's the difference.
Oh. Why don't you have a son of a bitch counter?
Because it would go to infinity if it was like Bird of Prey involved.
So, Commander Ty, we got a lot of Trek coming up. You excited for it?
Oh, Jesus. 42. I'm so
Do I
sorry.
really want to see that? I don't want to see Lower Decks at all.
Yeah, Lower Decks. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, I was going to ask you, Matthew, when are you planning on doing the pub next week?
That is a great question. I'm trying to figure it out because I'm tempted to push the pub back.
Well,
so
that's
that
what I
it
was thinking, is
fits
because
in.
if you push the pub back to, so that when we finish the pub, we can watch Lower Decks, and then I'm going to do my Lower Decks live stream.
Lower Decks, there's an upper decker.
An upper
I think it
decker?
starts at 2 Central. Isn't that right?
What's that?
In the past, they've released each new
It was
episode at 2
Discovery, or Picard was coming out at, what time was it, Bird, that we were doing our stream?
well, it was it was dropping at 11 p.m. Pacific,
Right. So
It was
that would be 1 o'clock in the Central Time Zone.
and then it would take an hour to watch. So then we'd stream an hour after watching. But Lower Decks is only a half-hour show.
And see, wrapping up at 1 is actually closing the pub a little early.
Right. But, I mean, I can just leave the pub and then watch the show.
Who would want to watch that?
Yeah, but then that's pretty hard on you.
Well, I appreciate that, but, you know, I signed up for this. I am the anti-tracker.
And then in October, we got Discovery.
Oh, and Daniel's back. Hey, Daniel.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Daniel. Hey, Andy Tracker, just remember when you watch this, you know, no matter how bad it is, we are all just pieces of crap doing the best we can. So,
Well, I understand that. That's my motto, man.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's not an excuse for producing a crappy show.
oh, I know. I thought I'd throw that out there.
Yes.
Well, I think out of all the third generation Star Treks, Picard is the better of those three.
I would agree with that. I think Picard is the best they've managed to do in Gen
And it
3.
has some good flaws in it, but
I'm interested to see if what are they calling the TOS prequel?
they're calling it Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, Strange New Worlds. That could
That
be
might
good.
Gen 3.5.
No,
the-
because
like,
Gen
taking
3, honestly, unless there's a major shift with Strange New Worlds that continues on and other stuff, will still be in Gen 3. And so Gen 4 will be a post-Kurtzman era Trek.
The sooner the better.
Yeah, I agree. But I know some people, but Daniel likes Gen 3 Trek, but and I understand it's a matter of personal taste, but it depends on if you care about the continuity of Trek or not more than anything else.
Well, out of the continuity of Trek, the only good one is Picard.
I do.
Me personally, if they are
Like for example,
Picard, the show is good continuity.
Picard, the show, has better continuity than anything else in Gen 3. I'll give you that.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
The only thing Picard really failed at was telling a coherent story over 10 episodes.
Right. You could tell. Yeah, you could absolutely tell when they changed direction and the funny thing is, what was it called? Like Broken Pieces or something, or Shattered something.
Nose there, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like, wow, you guys actually nailed it. That's when the show fell apart.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. It's not that they couldn't tell a story.
No,
There
I
was
think
no
it
story.
was.
There was no story. There was no story.
I think
the story was that it was Picard finding Data. That was the plot. The entire damn
the problem
Picard.
is
That's
that
what
there
it
was
was.
not a single plot that went through the entire series. They started out with one concept, they morphed into another concept, and then they ended up on another concept. And so we went from the whole mystery of Soji to the Borg to look, giant robots from the future, other dimension.
Yeah, it was Dora. Yeah, it was that. That's why I make a joke. It's all Dora Explorer episodal, but the entire
Dora
plot
Explorer?
from the. Yeah, we're
Have you ever
going to
watched
the
Dora the
mountain. We're
Explorer?
going to the Borg ship. We're going to It's all Dora the Explorer bullshit. I'm sorry. The original story of Picard was finding Data. That's what it was.
I think
It
they should
started
have
and
one
ended
story and stayed
with
with
that.
it.
Yeah, they should have stuck with it with one cohesive story. They should have made the season longer, and they absolutely should not have made the Star Trek Picard. They
But
should
there
have-
was 7 of 9.
So
I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Enjoy.
all right, Bird. Have a good one, my
Later,
friend.
Bird.
Have a great night, Bert.
Yeah.
We'll do a 7 of 9 series.
Good
Bye,
seeing
Bird.
you,
Have,
everybody.
have a good night.
Thank you.
I know you
Good night,
think
Bird.
7 of
Good
and
night.
Alexander, or I'm sorry, I am a troll, which is your name on there. I understand that you think that Jerry Ryan is hot, and I'm not going to disagree with you on that, but that doesn't mean that 7 of 9 is a compelling character. It just means that you think she's attractive.
I think we dropped the ball with 7 of 9.
Yeah, and yeah, quite frankly, they did a horrible job with her character in Picard because they butchered her character in Picard by turning into a murder machine.
They butchered every character. They butchered Riker. They butchered Seven. They butchered.
I wouldn't go that far.
They literally butchered.
Actually, Riker
I
was.
actually liked it.
I liked Riker. I got to say, I liked Riker in Picard. And unfortunately, it's like I almost would rather see a Star Trek Riker series because Old Man Riker, he seemed like a fun guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, you got someone backstage.
Oh, do we?
They should have just, if they were going to make a Star Trek Picard, they should have stuck with just having
Hello, boys.
Hey, Tim.
Picard in the
Hello.
storyline. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
they were going to do that. They were almost going to do that. A Riker series.
They should have. I thought that Riker was actually fun. I think it was kind of lame, though, and this is a real problem with modern filmmaking, is that we can't have a couple of starships. No, we have to have 750 starships facing off with 750 Romulans. I mean, come on.
And they all have to be the same design.
Right. And then, they're so damn lazy that it's like it's the same ship, copy and pasted.
Let's not
Couldn't
forget
they
that
at least
the Romulans
give us
needed
some
a
like
fleet
the
at the beginning of the show?
older TNG class? Like maybe put a Galaxy class, or it would have been better if at least he said he was on the Enterprise F or something.
And Commodore, they could have done that because they already did the model for the hologram.
Exactly.
Right.
it's not like they even need to make a new model.
Well, actually, in that opening shot with the Enterprise D, they had a beautiful Galaxy model. You know, and they absolutely could have brought a couple of Galaxy class ships in there. They could have brought, and they have CG models.
Voyager model.
They have CG models of the Intrepid class. They have CG models of the Excelsior class, the Defiant class, and even the Prometheus class. All of those ships they have CG models assets of already, and so it would not have cost them one dime to bring those ships in. And then they could have just focused all their creative efforts on designing some badass new ship for Riker to be captain of.
So with all due respect, they did, but they didn't. That opening shot with the Enterprise D, that I'm willing to put money on it. That wasn't the same kind of model that they copied and pasted on that last fight ship.
No,
that was
a whole different theme. It was a different ship.
That was a totally different. Well, no, I'm just saying the type of model. Like it was. You have those models.
It was
that
a new render.
Are super. Yeah, it was a completely different render. I have a feeling they could not use that render inside the last battle. I just don't think.
Well, then you don't understand how 3D software works.
No, I completely know how 3D software works.
Well, then you know that
they make ships differently.
Yeah,
their models are ran differently.
You also know then that generally speaking, there are standardized formats that these 3D models are made in, and it's not difficult to export from one and import to another. You know, I use Blender currently, and yet, amazingly, I can use files that were made for Maya, right? Because if you know how to import the files, you can do it.
Yes.
All right.
But as long as there's no compatibility differences between the two, especially when it comes to how it was modeled, you're absolutely right. All I'm trying to say is I think there was something there, because why wouldn't they do that if it was
because they're
model?
idiots.
Yeah,
Well,
we're not denying that.
They're not. You know what they are.
Fierce.
Yeah, someone is echoing. You know what they are more than idiots? Greedy sons of a bitches. And if they could have used a model that would have saved them millions or thousands of dollars, they would have done it.
No, I think they just wanted to.
I think
Starfleet has decided one class and one class only.
Yeah, I think what it was is that, honestly, I think that using the Galaxy class in that opening shot was an afterthought, because they were truly just doing that because everybody said you don't care about our classic ships. And
that's also possible.
And so they threw that shot in there to say, no, see, we care. And then that's the only time we get to see a classic ship.
I think that what we needed and this is the USS Sandwich.
I don't think the USS Sandwich would have made a difference.
I'll make a USS Sandwich. I work at Subway.
Hello, there stories? Real Bird of Prey 5 here in my brand new Jeep.
Real Bird of Prey 5 over there.
Speaking of Subway, I've got a great story I could tell you guys. This happened today, and I couldn't help but mess with some of the customers that came in. So we get a UPS guy that comes in every day, orders his sandwich online, comes, picks it up, sits down and eats. He was chatting with a couple of guys in the front line. As I get up there, he walks to his table, and the guys look at me, and I'm like, what can I get for you guys today? And the first thing they say to me is, oh, we're together. And I looked at them like, I don't judge. And they looked at me stunned. The UPS guy bust out laughing. Funniest thing he ever heard. He couldn't believe I said it. And then the other guy was like, I'm going to get back to you. I'm like, okay, what can I get for you? Then when they get down to my manager, and she's ringing him up, I looked at her, I'm like, hey, they're together, Liz. And one of them's buying, and they're like, yeah, you're buying.
Was it just me, or did you guys hear him finish that statement?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
He muted halfway on my end. All right,
well,
never mind.
Maybe you're under cyber attack.
Well, I heard you guys talk. I heard the noise. Never mind.
Let's
I don't
see,
have the
Bird
best
of Prey
mic, I'm
5.
sorry.
Let me see if I can get that image up here. Bear with me.
USS Sandwich. This is
no, it's not the USS Sandwich.
Wait, how the hell do you have? Oh, it's in between. Never mind.
Is it the Planet Express ship?
We all want the USS Sandwich.
All right. screen. All right, so this is Thomas's latest ship.
Oh,
Was that the
one where
Is that the one with the the quarantine? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I think
break
it's a
ship.
bongo.
Damn it, what were they called?
Zeralians?
Zeralians? Yeah.
I think.
episode season 1?
Thomas?
I think it was season 1.
before.
I think that's a
Or is it-
bongo from Phantom
It's not a
Menace.
bongo.
All right, it looked like one of those
It is a Star
1990
Trek ship.
mouses, trackball mouses.
In all honesty, that ship was used several times. There's a couple other times it was used without the ball in the middle. They just used the ship itself.
This is a Baku ship.
It is not the Baku.
Not
Jeez.
Baku.
They didn't have any ships. File Mike is right.
Yeah.
Actually, they did, but they got rid of them.
Yeah, good job, Paul.
and yes, Wesley, if you actually pay for StreamYard, you can have more than 6 people on at a time.
Yes, because some of us aren't cheap bastards because we're not Kurogan.
You know, I don't know why you just don't let them use your account so we can host a stream with 10 people.
Because that would be illegal.
That's not
Yeah.
illegal.
To share your password? Yes, it is. It's a violation
Not
of
to
their
share.
terms
Not
of
to share. Then change your password. Then
I don't want
I
his password.
Yeah.
let him change it. There you go. That's not sharing it. How is it illegal sharing your password?
It's a violation of the terms of service for their software.
For
It'd be
and
one
that,
thing
you
if-
actually read that.
Yes,
Some
actually I
people
did.
do.
But in StreamYards, I'm going to read it right now. I'm just going to make sure because that makes no sense. You can't have a backup of your password, really?
No, it's not that you can't keep a back of your password. You cannot share your account. It is not designed to. It's not. You're not supposed to share your account. Now I know
Yeah.
people do it. Don't get me wrong.
Twitter
But-
actually has terms of
But
service that says he can't have a second account, and a lot of people do anyways.
Yeah, exactly. But why don't you just bend the rules and make it a single entity? and
Because
2
that's
people
not
can use
what
it?
I do.
I think it's federal law that you can't share your passwords.
No, that's bullshit.
No, if he was a corporation and like I was an employee
Yeah.
of that corporation, it'd be one thing. But
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. If you're an
Yeah, but-
entity, then you can do it that way legally.
I'm not an employee of him, so
But then you would have to purchase it under a commercial account.
yeah.
Somebody said my name.
I'll be back. I'll be back. All right.
All right, no problem. We're still here.
No problem, Daniel. Hot topics.
Okay, now that Daniel's not here, let's talk all things Marvel, specifically Spider-Man possibly coming back into the MCU.
That's just me, man. That's just me.
Spider-Man coming back in the MCU.
May.
I still haven't seen Far From Home, so I can't really say much.
Far From Home was actually pretty good.
Yes, MCU Aunt May.
Oh, will you shut up about MCU Aunt May?
Or not just Spider-Man.
Because he
Sam
can't
Raimi
dodge-
Spider-Man. What was his name?
He can't
Um,
dodge bananas.
What's that? Mysterio?
Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
I bet you love
Oh.
Jingle All the Way.
Actually, I've never seen
Tobey
Jingle All the Way.
Maguire?
Oh, that's got the same gal that plays
Oh,
Aunt May.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
but
Gotta get a Turbo Man
Alexander
doll.
specifically likes her as Aunt May
MCU
for whatever
Aunt
reason.
May.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
They're
so-
now coming up with memes of this. Every Spider-Man series, Aunt May's gotten younger, Spider-Man's gotten younger.
Mm.
Hey,
But you see, with Spider-Man, that's being true to the comics. Spider-Man in the comics was a kid, but Aunt May, I'm sorry, but the Sam Raimi Aunt May, perfect, absolutely perfect. I don't know what that
Tobey
actress
Maguire
is.
one or the
I'm talking, yeah, the Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
What's
Aunt
her
May
name?
perfectly done. Unfortunately, while I didn't hate the Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2, I thought that Aunt May, they dropped the ball. And then with this Spider-Man, Marissa Tomei, it's a joke. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. I know you love her, Alexander. You can love her all you want. She's not effing Aunt May.
you know what?
Rosemary and Harris.
One's in the
Actually,
first movies was.
I just read the terms of service. There's nothing in here, and it specifically talks about authorized access to your account. There's nothing in here that says that.
Okay.
But I'm not authorized access.
Is it?
If he authorized you, then you're authorized.
They don't want to do it. Drop it.
Here, my
I'm telling you, I'm reading it right now. There's nothing here that says that.
Nobody cares.
But yeah, Rosemary.
You
Fair.
should care. That's the problem. Nobody cares about terms and services. You sign your life away.
Look, this is Uther's van. This is a van of Uther's.
We don't care.
No.
You are the only one here that cares about Uther's.
But it's a Uther's van.
We don't care.
I have a Uther's NASCAR too here.
Oh boy.
You're obsessed with Hooters and 7 of 9 and Marissa Tomei as Aunt May.
So how about those black holes?
Okay, Troll, so am I. So am I.
Are being the best choice.
So
Well, you see, I don't think. Wait, just a second, real quick. Before you, Alexander, you cannot possibly think that an Asian Muslim wife born in the USSR is the best choice if you also are obsessed with 7 of 9, Hooters, and MCU Aunt May. You got to make your choice there, buddy.
No, because Asian Muslim wife born in USSR is the best choice. It doesn't mean that the rest is not good. She is the best choice.
Well, then stop obsessing over the rest of them.
The restaurant.
You know what? I don't need to rent. I have the best choice already, so I don't need to rent.
I don't rent. I eat.
He's talking about the restaurant.
Are you a cannibal?
No, he eats at the restaurant.
Yes, whatever. Hooter, you actually go to Hooters for the food? Yeah, sure.
Everybody.
I believe
Sucks.
that.
Who doesn't?
Food sucks.
I've never been to a Hooters, so I wouldn't know.
It's good wing.
Quite frankly, I find it demeaning to women. I do.
Yes,
I think,
especially the women that work there.
Well, that's the point. That's what I mean. I think that the very concept.
No,
of
not
Hooters,
to them.
I think the very concept of Hooters is fundamentally offensive. Now, I'm not saying they don't have the right to have their restaurants.
Some of them like the attention.
But yeah, that's true. I get that. But I'm not saying Hooters doesn't have the right to operate, and I'm not saying those women don't have the right to do what they do. But I personally find it, offensive, and I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to support them with my cash.
Same.
Do you want?
Exactly.
You know what? Do you know why the beer is so cold at Hooters? Because they put it in the refrigerator.
We have a place in here. I don't know if you guys have it called Twin Peaks.
What?
Does
And
that
it's like
even
Hooters.
make any sense to anybody?
It's
I mean, am I the only one that realizes that Alexander is completely insane?
You have a super chat.
Oh, do I?
Peaks
Oh,
is-
crap. Where?
Yes, I'm familiar with Twin Peaks. I wasn't familiar with it before I walked into its doors during
Yes.
a business.
Oh, yes, Sci-Fi Nation.
yes.
The Real Life with Matthew is here. So,
I ate in Twin.
sorry,
Peaks.
I don't know why I'm not. Where is my dashboard? It
Oh yeah,
disappeared
Matthew,
on me.
you look pretty good for not being here, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. False advertising. I want my money back.
Well, rambling.
The Wiccans ran away from him
nice
too
because
quickly.
I get to just dress down. I don't have to be all fancy with all my drinks. I came in here with my.
Are you even drinking?
With some, I had coffee with a coffee liqueur in it.
Oh, that
gives it a
sounds
little
good.
bit.
Nice.
That sounds very
He's
good.
the wrong com badge
Oh,
for
it's
Voyager.
wonderful. It's
So you're
wrong
hyper
coffee.
and dizzy.
That com badge looks laughably big.
It
It's from the
is.
fake Voyager.
And
crew.
printed.
Either that or you are a hobbit.
No, it's laughably big, and I gotta go take care of a kid. I'll be back if you're still going.
All right. So we all wait.
Ethan Van Sciver had a very interesting. This is back to Aunt May for a second.
Yes.
He had a very interesting comment about
MCU.
Okay, who was the original maker of Spider-Man again? I can't. My brain.
Sam
just
Raimi.
farted. No.
You mean
Back in the comics?
in the comics? It was created by Stan Lee and Jack
Stan
Kirby,
Lee,
I think.
Jack, wasn't Ditko involved too?
I thought
remember, though.
Spider-Man was a Lee Kirby thing. I'd have to double check. But too bad Darren's not here. He's the
Anyways,
expert.
the guy who Ethan said that basically the guy who created Spider-Man and drew up Aunt May had kind of a misconception of how old
somebody's aunt would be. Like, so like if Peter
You're
Parker
right.
is in his
It's Stanley
teens-
and Steve Ditko.
Steve Ditko. Okay,
yeah.
that's right. So
Andrews.
he said Ditko had kind of an interesting conception of what your aunt would look like. So your aunt would normally be about the age of your mom, because usually your aunt is your mom's sister or your dad's sister.
Yeah.
Right.
So you would think that if
Yeah.
your parents are in their 40s or 50s, so should your aunt. But instead, and this is what, and I quote Ethan on this, instead he decided to make her a mummy, a walking mummy with a bonnet. You know, and I thought that was the funniest take on it. So he felt that it was like Aunt May being this old woman seemed a little
and that's
ridiculous.
why, like especially with Tom Holland playing Spider-Man. I'm certainly not saying that Marissa Tomei isn't a believable age to be Tom Holland's aunt, but what I'm saying is that Aunt May is classically a grandmother-looking character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think that the actress that played her in the Sam Raimi films nailed it. That was probably the best thing about that.
Oh,
that
they
series.
found the
If they didn't butcher Venom in Spider-Man 3, they might still be making those films.
Yeah, I know. It's funny because actually, yeah, if it wasn't for Spider-Man 3, that could have been the kickoff of the MCU.
What do you think about a taco soldier?
A what?
What?
A taco soldier. Look at this. A soldier is
A taco soldier? What the hell is a taco
I thought there was a hot
soldier?
dog.
Alexander, it's gonna be so difficult to clean that off the tank tracks.
Yeah, this is a
We
taco.
run them over.
But he's a soldier. Look, this is a tacos. This is tacos. Like a tacos, like you.
Yeah, I see what it is. What the hell is it for?
But this
It's a
was
Krogan
the
army.
figure of the food fight. There was like mini soldier, a hamburger soldier, ice cream soldier, and this is the tacos one.
Yeah, it was one of the weird toy lines that came out in like the 80s, early 90s.
Yes, yes. Alexander, whoa, what the fuck? Alexander Friend Momo. That's the group.
Isn't that like a Hardee's kids meal toy?
I don't know. That's weird, man.
Maybe a
That's
Taco Bell kids meal
freaking
toy.
weird. That's what it is.
That's a taco soldier. Is really cool.
You know, I have photographic proof that Alexander is happy to do the Momo challenge.
No,
You have a Chihuahua to go with that?
That'd be fun.
I never did the Momo challenge. This is why I'm alive.
Oh.
We are in war against Momo the Challenger.
That's not what your name says.
No! You did that! You did that! That's not okay!
It's fact.
Sweet. You got an ogre now.
Only that because I have a taco soldier, because you are jealous that I have a taco soldier.
I am not in any way, shape, or form jealous of your taco soldier.
You are not jealous of a Rose Tico action figure because I gave one to you.
Yes, you did give me to one, and I think I set it on fire, but I'm not sure.
No.
Okay, let's.
Can you
subject
check
change.
your favorite
Anybody
social
binge
media
watch
site?
DS9
You
lately?
still have it.
And Sci-Fi Nation's in the back.
Oh, is he? Let's bring him
I'm in a basement. Oh, Sci-Fi Nation is waiting.
In a basement.
What? You're waiting in a basement?
I'm in a basement.
Hey, Sci-Fi.
Shit. That's not even a boat, man. What the hell?
Greetings, nation of sci-fi.
Hey, what's up,
Kuroga
everybody?
jail.
No, that's the Turtestain jail right there. So let's get it right here. What's up, everybody?
Sci-Fi Nation, what are you thinking of the taco soldier?
Is that a taco soldier? It doesn't look like a taco.
Yes, it's a taco. Look at when you get like that. It's
Oh,
like
that looks like. Don't turn it sideways. That looks like something I don't even want to describe over the air.
Well, that might explain his name.
It's the taco soldier. Whoa!
What you're seeing there is what happens in Kuroga after the tacos have expired.
Hey, now, no.
And it's facts are facts.
Well, one man's facts are another man's,
Correct.
Facts don't have feeling.
People.
Shit, words are hard. Don't blame me, goddammit.
Words are hard. Help.
That's not correct to change the name of people.
You know, Anti-Tracker, this is a good thing this is the pub, because this
Yeah.
conversation is going to drive me to drink.
I already had a few, so I'm good.
There, boy.
Oh, Vile, really Vile? Ouch, ouch.
What do you say? French Newfie butt pirate? Wow.
Damn, that's harsh.
That's pretty brutal, man. I gotta say. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute. So, what does anybody have? Any final words of wisdom? So first, I want to lick Momo's taco. Go ahead.
No.
Wait, Anti-Tracker wants to lick Momo's taco. What?
No, that's the name of the guy next to me.
You
Look
said
at his-
that.
I didn't say. I just
You
read
said
your
that,
name right
you.
there.
And me, what I'm saying first.
You should have pled the fifth on that, Mike.
Of course. Please, all of you, don't do the Momo challenge. But that's not the only one thing I wanted to say. I will find a taco soldier and I will send to you, Michael.
I don't want a taco soldier. You don't have to send me a taco soldier.
To be jealous of my taco soldier and to modify my name. You change my name is not okay. So I will give you, hey, that picture there, this is disgusting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I will send you a taco soldier and you'll stop to change my name.
You know what? Just don't turn that thing sideways again, because that's just wrong.
Yeah.
Especially when Anti-Tracker is facing you.
Good one.
So that's
Anti-Tracker, can you rearrange how we sit on the screen at all? Or?
the only thing if I remember what I can do is remove and then re-add him, and that puts him down there.
Oh, now you got Momo next to you. What are you going to do?
Now you can hold the taco
so
up
here's
all
what
you
we
want.
do. So now we take Momo, remove,
And now you want to. So you'd
so
rather.
now Momo is next to.
You'd rather have a big pickle next to you.
Oh yeah, so let's see. Well, let's see. That doesn't quite work out. We
Yeah,
wanna
animal. Yeah, that's really. Yeah.
So we go.
It's Ogre.
There,
Ogre,
and
that's
then-
his name.
There we go. So now we got Alexander in between a pickle and a Momo.
And pickle, get that out from underneath him, you sick son of a.
That's not okay.
So yeah, congratulations. You are now in between a pickle and Momo.
No, I'm between a pickle and you hobbit.
We even say it. Momo loves Alexander.
Yeah.
I'm on a challenger. I'll destroy you and your challenge.
Although I kind of like where Ramlin's at, because he can just do a hockey move on top of Alexander's head if Alexander
That's
gets out of
true.
lines.
Oh, challenger.
Unfortunately, he's showing a team that I don't think is in the playoffs.
Go Red Wings. I mean,
You mean the worst team in the league?
Shut up!
Yeah, the Red Wings are
The
the
season
Red Wings
just
are the only
started like
team.
today.
Hey,
The Red
you
Wings
know,
are the only team
Like
that clinched
literally today.
I gotta say, until the Fab Five got into that limousine accident, they were like the best NHL team ever.
Yeah, back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But they won again. They have been in the playoff for 20 years in a row. And they won 2 Stanley Cup after that accident, too.
You know what? That's like talking about TOS. Let's not even go there.
No,
Wait, what's wrong with TOS?
Because it was like decades ago.
Like I said,
So was TNG.
All the good Star Trek was decades ago.
Yeah.
NHL
All Goods Trek was decades ago.
The KHL is in
Okay,
change.
bad example.
Amen.
Okay, I think like the Canadian teams did. We're gonna like the Canadian teams did to Quebec Nordiques. We're gonna sell Alexander to the States.
Quebec Nordic was really good.
You're gonna
another an American team.
We were sell out. There was we had a full house arena all the time. All the tickets were sold.
Who knows? Maybe Canada will win the cup eventually.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad that Canada can't win.
We haven't won a cup since '93.
I support the Red Army Club, and they will win the Gagarin Cup this year.
Yeah, and maybe one year the United States will win gold at the Olympics in hockey.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
That's a low blow, rambling.
That's already
what
happened.
Team wins? Oh yeah, us. Oh yeah, because we pull back all our players.
That's because you put maple syrup underneath our hockey skates.
Nothing wrong with that.
Actually, maple syrup, if you got it hard enough, you probably could skate on it. I wouldn't recommend it, but you probably could.
Well, that's an interesting idea.
It'd be one of those get her done type of things.
You should come back to the taco soldier.
Your skates would be ruined for life, but you could try it.
Well, with the money you're dealing with, who cares?
Yeah.
Momo loves the KHL.
I don't love Momo.
Your
That's
name
okay.
says you do.
That's okay. Momo loves you.
No money challenger.
So yeah, it looks like I think it's unanimous. Alexander loves Momo.
I don't love Momo. Momo the challenger is disgusting.
Oh, there's Momo's best friend, the fan.
They always say denial's the first step, Alexander.
Yeah, keep it up, Alexander. We know the truth. You and Momo.
Denial, then anger, and then.
Yeah. I mean, just look into that face. Imagine it. Its hideous mouth opening up.
My IQ's dropped so sharply, I don't know what to say anymore.
Coming out and going up your nostrils.
No money challenger is dangerous.
I think we've just summarized what Star Trek Lower Decks will be like.
Yeah, this right
bunch
here.
of
We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a funny ha-ha type show. So if people
It's
go into
supposed
it
to be.
thinking like, oh, this ain't Trek, this, that, and the third because it's not Star Trek, well, guess what? It's supposed to be funny ha-ha from the get-go.
But
So-
that's the problem, though.
But
is
if I
that-
wanted to watch
and-
something funny, haha, I just watch Rick and Morty. Why would I
Right.
watch?
Exactly.
Well,
and if
where
you
did
look
this-
if you
where
look
did
at
the-
Star Trek the animated series, you could do Star Trek for kids and still do high concept sci-fi.
Yeah, you can.
Absolutely can.
You can. My only thing is, where did the whole Rick and Morty comparison come from?
Because this is made by the people that made Rick and Morty.
That doesn't mean it's going to be like Rick and Morty.
Have you not seen the trailer?
Yes, I did.
It's Rick and Morty in
Comedy
space.
Actually, it's worse than Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty is actually funny.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it
this
is.
didn't look like it was funny.
No.
Wasn't the epidemic in Momo?
You got the blast shields. Got the blast shields. Oh Jesus!
Have an epidemic of Momo.
And AT, I know you're trying to wrap this up. So do we want to keep going around with what people are going to promote?
Oh yeah. So Momo, one of the Momos. Any last words there, Momo? The Momo next to me. I don't know which Momo that is.
Now I really don't have much going on right now. Just thanks for letting me up on the stream.
Oh no, that's what we're here for, man. We're community. So Alexander loves Momo wearing a gold shirt.
Okay. Yeah. So not much happening. Should have a couple videos up maybe late this week, early next week.
Awesome.
I may continue my rampage of Star Trek Picard.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking forward to this Star Trek's Lower Deck.
Yeah, a week from tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably be pretty drunk then while watching
Yeah.
it because that's the only way I can get through it.
That's why I think that if Matthew does push back the stream by an hour or so, then what you do is you come to the virtual pub, you get hammered, and then you watch the show when it launches right after the pub.
That's what I think I'm doing.
It becomes tolerable. And in fact, he should change the virtual pub to, medication for watching Lower Decks. So Sci-Fi Alexander Loves Momo. You got anything going on?
Yes, I do. This Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, I have the second part of my interview with Commander Cockings of Trek Yards, and we're doing a watch party for his fan film, Temporal Anomaly. We're going to have a little bit of a chit-chat in the beginning. We're going to watch the first part and then do a slight break, maybe, go into the chat for a few minutes. We're going to play the second part of Temporal Anomaly, and then we're going to have a Q&A session afterwards where people can ask Commander basically whatever they want to. We got a little bit into it on the interview I had with him this past Monday, but we're going to, be more in-depth with the fan film this Friday, so I'm really looking forward to that. If you haven't watched my interview from this past Monday, please go to my channel and watch that. It was amazing. We all had a great time. The chat was amazing. Everybody was interacting, and that's what I love to see. And so, yeah, and also I'm premiering brand new graphics for my theme song thanks to Ramblin' Canuck. I'm not going to,
awesome,
give anything away, but Rambling made new graphics for my theme song.
And I will say this as far as Commander Cockings fan film, because I talked to him about it a while back, and it's got a good concept behind it. I really do like that. It's just a shame it suffers from fan film-itis as far as the lack of physical sets and stuff like that, but I really do like the idea behind it.
And the thing is, the actual film was made years ago.
Right.
What he has done, I've actually seen like the original before he redid the graphics. And he does plan on bringing a DVD out in the future with the old graphics versus the new and that type of stuff. So that's going to be really great to see. And, I'll be getting my hands on that when that comes out. But yeah, there's also an interview with him side by side from a few years ago with like that hair he used to have.
Yes.
Compared to how he looks now.
Hair.
But he's wearing the same suit. And but that's kind of awesome to see as well. So I hope everybody tunes in this Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
There you go, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, be it Sci-Fi Nation. Alexander Loves Momo with the Canadian Air Force. You got anything going on?
Well, see, I don't know if I should say times because then you're going to change your stream times on me again.
I'll do my best.
Just bugging Addy Trigger. So tomorrow we're going to have the evening ramble that should have went on today, but I put it off because Addy Trigger went on at 7. So we're going to do it tomorrow at 7:30, and then, of course, the Friday night, and then karaoke Saturday.
And don't forget, guys, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at 7.
Yeah. I figured as much.
And Alexander Loves Momo with, it looks like Ratchet Burning in Hell. I'm not sure what that is.
That's actually an image from a cartoon, a webcomic called VG Cats. It was just a flaming guy I just picked up. I just like the logo because it's kind of what I do on the internet. I kind of start fires. But no, I don't really run a channel, so I've got nothing really going on. However, I wanted to say potato.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. My advice in regards to that video is I think you need a gimmick. I watch a lot of channels, and some of the most successful YouTube channels have some sort of gimmick. Like, let's take Angry Joe, for example. His gimmick is his angry reviews, and what he does is during his review he has skits. His guys do these corny, goofy skits. They'll dress up in costumes. They'll do something that gets the attention, and a lot of their viewers watch it just for that, and a lot of them complain that they don't do enough. But I mean, he does so much other stuff, it's hard for him to do as many angry reviews as he does. He does like 1 or 2 a month. So I mean, and I'm not saying you should do something like that, but find some kind of gimmick that would attract people's attention. And I don't know what it could be, but I mean, there's a lot of things that a lot of different people do. So that's just probably the only advice I could probably give that might help, get you more views and get you more subscribers.
I'll try to think of a gimmick that I can do. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one. It is.
I mean, there's Joshua's animations, but I can't make him do one every week. I mean, he'd have to
real quick talking about gimmicks, and I don't want to call it a gimmick, but Donnie Pearson just said that he wishes he could have composed the theme for my channel. Donnie Pearson, if you want to compose one and send it to me, I will definitely incorporate it into my channel, bud. Absolutely. I know you're a talented musician.
Yeah. And let's see. NHL is 100% better than KHL.
Well, I don't do anything but sit here waiting for a subscriber stream.
Well, we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow I get my back burned off, so we'll see. And Daniel, you got anything going on over on your channel? Can you hear me, Daniel?
Nope.
Okay.
Sleeping?
Can't do videos yet.
Looks like he's lagging.
No worries. Yeah, I don't know if you're having internet trouble. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Anyway, yeah, we can hear you, but there's like a bit of a delay there for you. I think that there's some lag issues going on your side. So obviously, I already said it on my stream this morning, but this week I'm not putting out any content because I'm trying to get some things done around the anti-layer. Next week, though, I plan on hitting hard with the next part of the Hulk review, the next part of the Star Wars review, and something else probably that involves 3D modeling or something because I want to get back into that.
I do have a question about that when you have a second. Why do you break up those reviews into parts?
Because I don't want to make a 6-hour video.
Anything basically anything over 20 to 25 minutes on YouTube, people get tired of.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
And people like parts.
That's too bad because I love watching reviews. I mean, I actually watched all 4.5 hours of Mahler's The Last Jedi review, all 3 videos of it in like one sitting because it was a Saturday and I had off and I had nothing better to do, and it's just to me it's just entertaining. But that's just
I agree. I mean I like those big mega in-depth deep dive reviews, but the problem is that if you like I've been breaking it up at about between 20 and 30 minutes a pop. And is what I shoot for. I think less than 20 minutes and people don't feel like they're getting enough. You go more than 30 minutes and people start to drop off.
That's the other thing I just remembered. In regards to like longer videos versus shorter videos, I've noticed a lot of streamers have a second channel for their longer videos and then keep their shorter videos on their primary channel.
Right.
That might be another option. If you want to do longer videos, have a second option to throw those in there in case people just want to look at them there.
Well, and that's where, like, I'll probably, like, that's where you do, like, Lore Reloaded did that with his Dominion War thing, right? Where he put all of his Dominion War videos into one, and it ended up being, like, 6 hours long.
God, I love criticizing those.
Yeah, well, Lore Reloaded, don't get me wrong, I love James. He's a good friend. I love him to death, but he sucks at Star Trek lore, even though he has 70,000 subscribers because of his Star Trek lore. But that's what you get, and like it's funny because on the one hand I got pissed at him for being on Trek Culture's videos, but then it's like, well, you're not the same level, so okay.
Transwarp was never mentioned in Star Trek 3.
That's right.
According to the review that Michael will do, this is the review of the Barbies and the Rock and Royals, and
I thought you want me to get subscribers, not lose them.
You received
Transwarp Drive.
You received the CD. You received the Blu-ray. You have legally now the right to review the movie.
I know I have the right to review it, but and I will get around to it eventually. But you do realize that's going to be like a killer for me because I put that up and I'm going to lose at least 100 subscribers.
No. People will like it.
You know how agonizing it was waiting for that Galaxy Quest review. I watched the part. It ended, and I'm like, where's the rest of this shit? I want to see what's next. Yeah. Although I gotta say, I love in the Galaxy Quest review where you figured out where they came up with the Klingons from Discovery.
Yes,
that was pure genius. I never even connected that dot, and I saw that and I'm like, what the? Are you kidding me? And I'm like, I looked it up. I showed it to my friend Tim, and we both are just gaffed over this whole thing. And then did you do one with Star Wars? Or was it Star Wars and Spaceballs?
Yeah, I did one where I said that Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson think that Spaceballs is Star Wars.
Yeah, and we watched that one too, and we're just sitting here like, oh my god, that makes so much freaking sense.
And that's kind of what I want to get back to is like, because I have fun roasting in a good-natured way, but ripping apart things, and I do enjoy doing that. So I do want to get back towards that because that's kind of what got my channel going in the first place.
I like the video where you roasted Star Trek Discovery's season finale.
Oh
yeah,
Jesus!
How many?
I gotta say, your takes are probably the most honest and genuine that I've seen online. And I love your digs at Steve Shives. Oh my god! I used to listen to his Star Trek stuff, and then as I subscribed to his channel, and all of a sudden I see his politics. And I'll be honest, I am no Trump supporter, but I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican. I don't believe in either side. But I looked at his crap and I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Right. I couldn't take it. I was like,
I'll tell you, when I had
told people not to.
When I had Steve Shives on the Rational Roundtable years ago,
Shives.
Sorry, Steve Shives.
Chives.
Sorry, I'm still stuffy, so I'm not. But anyway, when I had him on, I was talking we were talking about the equal pay thing, and I brought up the fact that the 78 cent per hour.
Is this universal income? Is that what you're talking about?
No. The fact that the idea that women made 78 cents on the dollar compared to men. And I basically demonstrated by showing actual numbers and everything that that's a load of crap. That it's really more like like 99.5 cents on the dollar. So there's barely a difference.
We're talking about wage gap.
So Steve compromised with like 85.5. Probably.
No, what Steve actually said is that, well, that may be true, but what's really important is the argument.
No, but what good is an argument if you don't have anything to back it up with?
Right, and it's like, well, what are you arguing for?
Exactly.
We are talking wage gaps, right? Is that
we're talking about the wage gap, the myth of the wage gap, in my opinion.
Right, and here's the thing, to use an anti-tracker term. Here's the thing, right? They want to talk about the wage gap. I'm a progressive, and even I think that's a load of crap.
Right. I mean, there is no company on this planet that is going to hire a man and a woman at different wages.
Oh, there is one. There is one.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
What are you talking about? I'm not talking about the porn industry and stuff like that. What I'm talking about
Hollywood
is average jobs, right? I'm talking about going to work for a Fortune 500 company, working, people that work in a call center, or people that work in an office building, people that do regular old work. Companies do not hire men and women at different wages.
Oh yeah, right? I could throw that example out in 100 different ways. Walmart,
you're effing nuts.
Target,
you are effing nuts. I can tell you a million jobs where people have different wages and they're fighting, and companies rehire people at the original base and fire the people who have 5 raises. I see it all the time.
That's because they have the raises. They want to get.
That's not a wage gap, though.
Yeah, that's not the wage gap, dude. That's something else.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is the wage gap. You just can't replace people and pay them less money because the only reason why you fired them was to pay somebody else less money.
LD.
As a progressive, but even I see this. Yes, you can. If they're doing the same work with the same skill level, yes, you can replace them with lower paid work.
I love
doing the exact same.
I love how you throw logic in there. At the same skill level, somebody who's already experienced and been there for a lot longer is not doing the same job at the same skill level. He is there. They know what they're doing. They have experience. That's why you have seniority.
Here's the thing. You're running a Fortune. Wait. Right now, you're running a Fortune 500 company. COVID-19 hits, and all of a sudden, like if you have accounts receivable, half of your customers are not paying their bill.
Yes.
And so what do? You trim the fat.
Well,
and if
see,
you have.
But that's bullshit. I'm not talking about the damn virus.
Dude.
This has been happening. No, this has been happening before the virus.
Well,
this has been happening for years. This isn't just recent.
But you know what? You're talking about a totally different subject.
No, I'm not. You're just saying men and women are people paying.
Yeah, companies don't hire. Like, here's what you're missing. Okay, what companies do not do is say, "Oh, you're a man, we'll pay you $20 an hour. Oh, you're a woman, we're going to pay you $15."
I would agree with you until you literally said people don't get hired at different wages. That's when you
they
trigger
don't.
Me.
If they have a job, that's like if let's say you're saying you're going to hire computer operator level 1. Computer operator level 1 starts at $10 an hour, and you know what? Anybody that comes in that you hire, you're going to pay them $10 an hour. Now, computer operator level 2, well, they can make more.
No, you're not.
But, you know.
No, you're not. That's bullshit. There's a reason why they ask you how much money you're expecting when you fill out for a job. Because if they know you'll accept less, they'll hire you for less if you accept less. So don't tell me this
Not
unified.
in any job I've ever worked at.
The only thing that's unified is minimum wage. That's unified. That's
minimum wage is what's keeping incomes down.
Let me tell you how Subway does it. Subway has a tier system.
They make sure your name's not Jared.
Your name's not Jared. No, so when you start out as a sandwich artist. In my area, in my state, sandwich artists start at $10 an hour. Every sandwich artist doesn't matter
minimum wage.
who you are. No, it's not. Not in Wisconsin.
It depends on where you are.
Wisconsin's minimum wage is like $7.50.
Well, Michigan's was $7.25. I think it just got bumped to 10. I think.
Yeah, ours isn't that high. But anyway, we start at $10 an hour. Now, when you want to progress to a higher level in the company, that's where you get your raises. But you can't just get hired as an assistant manager. You can't just get hired as a manager. You have to go through the tier system. You have to start at the bottom and work your way up. That's how Subway does it. And there's no other way to do it.
That's how most companies.
And that's how Walmart does it.
That's not how most companies do it. That is not how most companies do it.
Well, what companies do you work for?
Been around the block, been there. Man, I've worked for them all, man. I've worked for KFC. I worked for Kinko's. I worked for FedEx. I've worked at mom and pop's restaurants. I know what the game is played, my friend.
You never had
and all the people in the chat know I'm right.
Grease trap with a pair of fucking
all the people in the chat, do you know that LDS is right?
You know what I'm talking about, people. You feel me, right? I can't believe.
We'll see what the chat says.
I can't believe I'm even getting. I can't believe you guys are even fighting me on this. You really think that companies and corporations are not getting?
I've never made enough money to come close to scratching the bottom of the poverty line to get up into the lower middle class. So yes, I absolutely know what the hell you're talking about there. But
then why are we arguing then? And why are we arguing?
I will tell you this: I have worked at companies that do remove company workers and replace them with temporary employment. And that,
Disney did it big time.
That's, to me, I cannot stand temporary employment because, in my opinion, it erases the company's like what am I trying to say?
Their IP, like Walt Disney.
It removes their investment in their workers, is what it does. Because now they can just say, all right, we're gonna hire this cheap labor force and then just toss them aside when we're not making enough money. And I do agree with.
A perfect example is
I would say this about
but
the
that's
temporary...
not what we're talking about.
That's a different story.
Yeah, what I was trying to talk about, LD, is simply the wage gap between men and women. That is a myth. What they do is the people that argue for the wage gap is they do not compare apples to apples. What they do is they do not take into account the amount of time the person has worked, the type of work that is being done. They simply average the salaries of men and they average the salaries of women and say, oh, look at that. Women are making 78 cents on the dollar without taking into account the types of...
They look at annual pay.
You're right.
Another thing about the wage thing. Okay, after I graduated high school in 1994, I went to work for temporary services, making $7 an hour. Now back then, minimum wage was like $3 something an hour here in Michigan.
Oh my God!
So I was making double.
What was that?
I was making double minimum wage when I was 18 years old at $7 an hour, right? Working through the temp services at all these factories. And then all of a sudden we have a bunch of laws passed. I'm not going to say who passed them, why they got passed, this, that, and the third. All I'm saying is as time went on and the work shifted away, the pay stayed the same. So even through the early 2000s, through the mid 2000s, I was still making $7 something an hour. So my double minimum wage went to minimum wage for the same work I was doing 10 to 15 years earlier for the same work.
Yeah, that happens a lot too.
And that's one of the problems of minimum wage. That's why minimum wage actually depresses income. Is that when you create a minimum wage, and especially in some states where they're trying to make minimum wage high enough to be quote unquote a living wage, so like for example in certain areas like in the Northwest where they're making minimum wage $14 an hour and crap, and I understand that their heart is in the right place. They're trying to be compassionate, and I get that. But at the same time, if you're forcing businesses to pay unskilled labor $14 an hour, guess what happens? They either have to
get a $20 cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Right. They either have to raise their prices or cut their workforce. They only have those two options.
And it doesn't help that we have to send our manufacturing overseas because of
That's
trade agreements.
why we have to send our manufacturing overseas.
Yeah, there are other options.
Then
but...
you're getting rid of our manufacturing base, which is a big part of the lower middle class to middle class.
Right,
and we don't have that
when you have companies that have to pay everybody $14 an hour, then darn right you're going to farm out anything you can.
Right, and then you're going to wonder why you have so many people laid off, so many people on unemployment. You want people to go get educations, but your education cost is so goddamn high they couldn't do it even if they wanted to.
Right. Anyway, we didn't mean to get on this track, but
no, we didn't.
Did I do this? Was this my fault or?
I don't know. It's somebody's fault. LD's the one that jumped in and started yelling at people. So
it's all my fault.
I'll blame LD.
But thank you for agreeing with me, Moon. At least somebody reached out, and you hire people. So thank you.
And LDG, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm just as
it's all good, man. I'm standing for the people, man. We're treated like shit as far as the hired work.
This is not the LD Manifesto channel. All right, if you want
to, I'll stream. Manifesto. I want you to have fair work and fair pay. How am I having a manifesto?
So, LD, you are having a manifesto because you are sitting there. I mean, first of all, what is fair? All right, fair is a wonderful term to say, I'm going to decide.
Are you holding a mic to your face?
Fair to who? Yes, I am actually, because this mic is a better pickup than this one. And
okay. I thought you were using both.
I technically am actually. I could talk into this one and get louder, or I could talk into this one and get louder. But
I can do this too. How are you doing?
Yeah. And let me see. Is he stopped? Okay.
Still it beats the crap out of my cheesy little desktop mic that I bought like 10 years ago.
Right.
So I've still got my $10 mic that AT will tease me about because
that's what mine is.
That's all right. Anyway, the problem is that when you start talking about fair wage and fair this and fair that, that is completely a subjective term. Fair to whom? Fair
to everyone. Fair to everyone.
There is no fair to everyone. You know what?
Yes, there is. There absolutely is.
Will you stop yelling?
Sorry.
All right. Shut up for a minute.
Stop.
Right. I will mute you again.
Stop.
Yes. Go ahead.
Now, if you want to sit there and say, oh, fair to everyone. So if you say, what's fair to the person who works his ass off and wants to get ahead, but then half his money is taxed away, is that fair? But then is it fair that the person that can't get a job starves to death because, they don't have money? Is that fair? Now, how are you fair to both of those people?
Well, it depends on what
you're not.
It's very easy. You make it fair for those people. You just throw up. All you're doing is throwing up examples and making it sound like there's
those
no
are
answer.
real world examples.
Exactly. Sit the F down and figure it out.
Great,
dude.
If you want to use tax,
But there's no. You're making it sound like there's no answer. There
use
just isn't an answer.
Use the
You
median
have to
tax
be-
code. Anything over like $1 million, you get taxed 1%. Everything over $2 million, you get taxed 10%. So on and so forth. That's not your actual income. That's anything over $1 million. That's called the median tax income, and it was at 50% in the 1950s when our economy was at its best. So why the fuck ain't we doing that now?
First of all, nobody was paying 50% when it was at 50%.
Yes, they were.
No, they actually weren't. That's the whole. That's why we have all these wonderful write-offs.
At the median, it's called the median income. It's
I understand what it is,
amount.
and I. But the thing is that when people, that's why we have all these stupid. People complain about tax loopholes for the rich. The reason those tax loopholes exist is because it's not fair to tax them at 50%. And by the way, why the hell should somebody be punished just because they have money? Why is that fair? Wait. Why is it fair? Why is it fair, since you want to talk about what's fair, why is it fair to punish someone just because they're successful?
You want to talk about fair? Then how come the lowest paid workers get taxed more than the people making all that money?
So, okay, but wait a minute. Even today, the higher tax brackets are for higher income. But wait a minute, you have all these write-offs. But wait a minute, then you have taxes on the poor. But wait a minute, then we have welfare for the poor. It's all a bunch of crap.
That's why
He is right. He is right. You're right. It isn't fair the way it is now. You're right.
It's not, but here's the thing. It's not fair for anybody. It's not fair for the rich. It's not fair for the poor. It's not fair for the middle. Right.
It's not fair the way it's set up now. It was back in the 50s and the 60s.
It was
when our
never
economy
fair.
Was on the upswing. It might not be fair, but it worked, and
fair.
our economy was on the upswing. And look how many jobs we had.
The only time it was fair was back in when the country was first founded. But then talk to some people about what fair is, because you had legalized slavery and stuff.
Okay, well, if you want to go back then, that's a whole other discussion.
But I'm just saying, if you want to talk about taxes, that's when it was fair, because they didn't really exist. But the thing is,
you're right. Our country is founded on taxation.
On rebelling against excessive taxation, and now we are swimming in excessive taxation.
Have a great night, everybody.
All right, have a go. The average person, half of their money goes to taxes, even when they don't realize it, because you're paying a sales tax, you're paying a gas tax, you're paying a tax on everything you do. And which is ironic, because that's the very thing that we rebelled against and founded this country on. But that's what it is now. We have an oppressive tax system that is designed specifically to put everybody against each other, to point the finger at that group. So the poor point the finger at the rich and say they're not paying their fair share. And the rich point their finger at the poor and say they're getting nothing but handouts. And you know what? They're both right. And they're both wrong.
Yep. Why do you argue with me when we have the same ideas? Like, I don't understand how our ending is.
No, Alexander, Alexander.
Oh my God.
Well, your name's Alexander Loves Momo.
Everybody's
is your name,
Alexander today.
Yeah, but anyway,
not my choice. Not my choice.
Anyway, the thing is, we don't agree on this because you are more of a collectivist. You tend to believe in more of a communist utopian kind of vision. I don't. I believe in a libertarian vision. An egalitarian libertarian vision is what I would believe in. I do believe in capitalism. I do believe, but I think that taxes should be a 100% flat tax.
Okay,
100%. No write-offs of any kind.
Okay, so you want the postcard. You want the what's the Ted Cruz postcard size tax form?
I don't know what Ted Cruz's specifics are, so I can't say
that was
I,
way back.
But I'm just saying I don't know the details of it, so I can't say I agree with it or not. Because some of these people, what they do is they say, "Oh yeah, we want a flat tax. The only thing you can write off is nothing." No write-offs whatsoever. You do a flat tax of, let's say, just pulling an arbitrary number, we'll say 25%, right? That means that if you make $1, you pay a quarter. If you make $1 million, you pay $250,000. It is 25% for anybody, period. And there is no write-offs for how many kids you have. There's no write-offs for your house. There's no write-offs for anything. And now you have a fair system.
Yeah. So then what's the problem then? I am totally fine with that.
Yeah, the problem is that they'll never do it. The reason they'll never do it is because the Democrats have to have a progressive tax system, and the Republicans, while they'll talk about how they want a flat tax, they don't really want it because they want to continue to fight the Democrats about how unfair the taxes are. So the Democrats say the Republicans want to give tax breaks to the rich, and the Republicans want to say that Democrats want to give handouts to the poor, and they fight and fight and fight, and half this country believes the left and half this country believes the right, and they will continue to fight until kingdom come, because that's what the Democrats and the Republicans want. They want us fighting each other over this. They want us scared of the other side, so we'll vote for our party and keep the other party out. Meanwhile, what does that do? It means the Libertarians and the Greens and everybody else never have a chance.
Yeah, again, agree with you. So we're basically the same. All right. Anywho, I mean, and that's everywhere too.
We are
'cause
not
even
basically
YouTube
the
is turning
same.
us. I agree with everything you just said. So I don't know why you're calling me a communist.
Hi, everybody. I'm breaking in.
Hey.
I really enjoy everybody's display names on this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the missus decided to come out and yeah, she's having a blast listening to this. I didn't mean to cause no shit between.
No, that's all right. I do get riled up about it because I'm sick and tired of the Democrats and Republicans basically brainwashing this country. And the funny thing is that I see it every single day, because if I say it on a live stream or anything like this, that some person is going to post, well, you're right, but the Republicans are worse. And as soon as you say that, you've drank the Kool-Aid for the Democrats. Or if you say the Democrats are worse, you've drank the Kool-Aid for the Republicans. That is exactly what they want.
And God forbid if you want to come up with a solution that everybody's, or well, I should say that nobody's happy with, but is beneficial to everybody.
Right. But the problem is nobody in Washington wants that, because as long as we're fighting over this stuff, those guys get fat. And that's and that's what they want. The Democrats and the Republicans, they don't give a crap about you. They care about maintaining power for their party.
And here's another thing. This might be something for your church live stream, but there's a little Christian thing that says, help thy fellow neighbor. And, a lot of these people that claim to be on the left and the right and somewhere in between all claim to be Christians, but they don't want to help out their fellow man.
Of course not. What they want to do is help, and that's actually something our pastor's been really, really, I don't want to say pissed, but upset about, is that we had literally hundreds of people leave our church. Why? Because our church required people to wear masks.
Really?
And why did our church require people to wear masks? Because the mayor of our city and the governor of our state asked them to.
You know what? I don't like that rule, but you know what? I have an 8-year-old in my house. I have a better half that is at high risk. I have two high risk people in my house.
Me and Mrs. Andychecker are both high risk, and
but you know what? I'm gonna wear that mask even if I don't like it, and even if I don't want to, so I don't get sick, and give it to them, because I'm responsible for them.
But you have all these people, and the funny thing is that I'm going on the religion thing for a minute. If you call yourself a Christian, then you're supposed to have your faith in Christ. That's what being a Christian is, right? Except that they don't have faith in Christ. They have faith in Trump, or they have faith in Obama, or they have faith in Biden, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Thou shalt not worship false idols.
Right, but that's exactly what. But everybody is all obsessed over defeating the Republicans or defeating the Democrats. It doesn't matter. They're the same. They are.
That might have been a question for another stream on a certain day of the week. But
anyway, I am going to wrap it up there, because otherwise we'll keep going all night, and it's already getting late. I got to get up very early for my back procedure.
With what they're doing. I see Daniel Hot Topics is back.
Hey, Daniel. So you're just back just in time for us to say goodnight. So say goodnight, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with us.
No, I was here for a while.
Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow. And remember one thing, Necromancer.
Take care, everybody. I'll do a waiting room for the soup tonight on Pixelate.
There you go.
I'll see you there, LDS.
LD.
Hour and a half.